Universitas Multimedia Nusantara adalah universitas berbasis teknologi terakreditasi institusi A. UMN memiliki 4 fakultas dan 13 program studi antara lain Informatika, Sistem Informasi, Teknik Komputer, Teknik Elektro, Teknik Fisika, Manajemen, Akuntansi, Perhotelan, Strategic Communication, Multimedia Journalism, Desain Komunikasi Visual, Film, dan Arsitektur. Selain mendidik mahasiswa menjadi profesional, UMN juga mendidik mahasiswanya untuk menjadi entrepreneur melalui program Skystar Ventures. Untuk mengembangkan soft skill mahasiswa, UMN menyediakan berbagai unit kegiatan mahasiswa. UMN juga memiliki berbagai fasilitas yang sesuai standar industri. UMN, Excellent Career Begins with Excellent Education.
Nah, jadi tunggu apa lagi?
Universitas Multimedia Nusantara adalah universitas berbasis teknologi terakreditasi institusi A. UMN memiliki 4 fakultas dan 13 program studi antara lain Informatika, Sistem Informasi, Teknik Komputer, Teknik Elektro, Teknik Fisika, Manajemen, Akuntansi, Perhotelan, Strategic Communication, Multimedia Journalism, Desain Komunikasi Visual, Film, dan Arsitektur. Selain mendidik mahasiswa menjadi profesional, UMN juga mendidik mahasiswanya untuk menjadi entrepreneur melalui program Skystar Ventures. Untuk mengembangkan soft skill mahasiswa, UMN menyediakan berbagai unit kegiatan mahasiswa. UMN juga memiliki berbagai fasilitas yang sesuai standar industri. UMN, Excellent Career Begins with Excellent Education.
Ya, hai guys.
Halo
Balik
guys,
lagi
yo yo
sama
yo.
kita ya kan.
Welcome back, man.
Iya, sama duo caster ini ya kan.
Caster tampan dan pemberani di sini, bro.
Widih. Ada yang belum kenal gak nih kira-kira?
Kalau yang belum
Kenalan
kenal
dulu
sih
kali.
parah banget sih, Her.
Waduh, gimana ini? Kita udah terkenal gini loh, masa belum kenal?
Yoi.
Kenalan
Siapa sih
dulu
yang
lah.
nggak tahu kita, Her?
Aduh, ayolah kita kenalan dulu. Nama gue Gevaldi.
Dan nama gue Harrison. Kebalik, Her. Yang benar lah.
Kebalik. Iya, nama
Yaudah.
gue Harrison.
Nama gue Gevaldi, salam kenal.
Iya, Saken ya. Hari ini kita bakal nemenin kalian untuk NIC Day 4 ya kan. Pastinya
Yoi.
nggak kalah seru sama yang Day 1, Day 2 sama Day 3 ya kan. Tapi
Yoi
semuanya
lah.
pasti seru-seru yang namanya NIC. Masa nggak seru? Ya kan.
Yo.
Oke.
Her, hari ini ada apa sih, Her?
Wah, hari ini udah Day 4 aja ya, nggak berasa ya. Kayaknya kemarin baru mulai deh.
Ya kan namanya seru, Her. Jadi nggak ini.
Iya, nggak berasa ya kan. Cepet
Iya.
banget gitu. Iya, jadi udah di keempat ini pasti paling asik lah. Enggak sih, sama aja
Iya.
semuanya asik ya kan.
Apalagi
Udah kita-
nanti malam ada guest star, Cok.
Aduh, kita kasih lihat rundown-nya dulu gak sih?
Oh iya
Biar
dong.
nggak penasaran, ya kan?
Ya.
Kita lihat rundown-nya. Ya, di sini kita bisa lihat rundown kita di sini. Kita bisa lihat di sini jam 5.05 sampai dengan 5.20 kita punya chess. Final ya guys, final ini guys. Pasti
Final.
lebih seru ya. Kemarin sebelum final aja udah seru banget ya. Udah,
Iya.
wah,
Sangat sengit ya, Her.
iya, apalagi hari ini ya kan.
Iya. Oke.
Habis
Setelah
itu,
chess jam 5.25 sampai 6.25 ada English debate.
wah, ini
Iya.
ini ya. Kemarin,
Suasana panas ya, Her, di
iya kemarin gue
acara ini.
nonton tuh, seru banget ya kan.
Iya.
Kayaknya pada gak mau ngalah gitu ya. Jadi langsung pada ribut tuh. Ini sih GG emang. Abis itu kita punya yang paling ditunggu-tunggu, enggak sih, masih ada yang ditunggu-tunggu lagi. Jam 6.25 sampai dengan jam 6.45 kita punya pengumuman competition winners. Jadi untuk seluruh lomba yang kalian ikutin, kalian mau tahu siapa yang jadi juaranya, kalian bisa tungguin sampai jam segitu atau sampai akhir ya guys.
Nah, ini, Her. Ini yang ditunggu
Waduh,
para
ini yang paling
cewek-cewek
ditunggu-tunggu ya.
dan cowok-cowok.
Aduh.
Jam
Apa tuh
7,
kira-kira?
10 sampai jam 7.50 ada QnA with Gabriel Prince. Woo!
Waduh, bukan cuma Q&A. Kalian yang mau nanya-nanya langsung bisa loh. Nanti bisa kita pilih satu.
Aduh, nggak sabar gue, Her.
Ini loh, gue punya fakta-fakta menarik nih.
Apa?
Nanti ini yang buat yang mau ngomong sama si Prince,
Yo.
ini nanti kita bakal tutup Q&A-nya jam 5.30 ya. Jadi cepet buru-buru sekarang kalian langsung mampir ke IG-nya kita di ultimate.cup langsung. Itu ya, kita kasih lihat nih tutorialnya bagaimana mengisi Q&A dengan cara yang baik dan tepat ya kan. Nah, seperti itu tapi dengan passion
Itu
yang
cuma
sangat baik
contoh
ya.
doang ya, Her.
Iya, contoh yang sangat baik. Setelah itu nanti kita bakal pilih satu orang yang akan ngomong langsung nih sama Prince yang kita bakal announce di jam 6 di IG-nya ultimate.cup. Makanya pantengin terus IG-nya kita ya kan.
Yoi. Dan jangan
Waduh.
lupa follow juga, guys.
Iya, jangan cuma dipantengin, follow juga
Iya,
dong.
follow juga dong.
Keren banget ya, ini bisa langsung ngomong nih. Ini kesempatan
Iya.
paling bagus loh. Kapan
Menurut
lagi
gue sih
kalian?
yang itu Her, yang
Apa
kepilih
tuh?
itu hoki banget sih. Itu hoki
Iya,
setahun sih.
ngomong sama Prince itu kapan lagi ya kan?
Yo,
Face to face gitu ya kan? Seru banget itu pasti. Kapan lagi kalian dikasih kesempatan kayak gitu? Kalau
iya.
bukan di ultimate.cup ya kan?
Her,
Apa tuh?
kemarin gue baru beli hoodie-nya ini.
Apa tuh? Hoodie-nya siapa?
Merchandise-nya. Hoodie-nya. Keren banget,
Waduh.
sumpah. Lu udah beli
Waduh.
belum, Her?
Udah dong. Masa gue nggak beli sebagus itu?
Mana coba buktiin.
Nah, itu lagi dijemur.
Oh, lagi dijemur ya?
Iya.
Kalau gue lagi dicuci sih.
Oh, baru nyampe ya?
Iya, baru nyampe.
Iya, baru nyampe.
Gue
Kalau
pesennya
gue
kemarin cepet banget, sumpah.
Kalau
Ininya.
gue saking mau pakainya, gue langsung cuci, nyampe langsung cuci.
Oh
Soalnya
iya.
kayaknya iya ini kalau dipakai keluar itu kayaknya fashionable banget ya kan, ngikutin tren. Tuh, kalian
Oh
bisa lihat
iya.
langsung tuh merchandise kita tuh di bawah muka-muka kita ya kan.
Oh.
Ada t-shirt, ada hoodie, ada tote bag. Modelnya
Kualitasnya
bagus-bagus.
juga ini, Her. Kualitasnya bisa dicoba.
Iya,
Gila.
gak usah
Kualitasnya keren banget.
diragukan. Buat yang mau more information about this ya, about this merchandise, wih, langsung chat, langsung lihat ke IG kita ya, ultimate.cup. Gue nggak bosen loh ngomong ultimate.cup ini, sampai kalian cek langsung ya. Oke. Jadi kita punya apa lagi nih, Gem?
Punya apa lagi? Punya apa
Punya
ya?
apa, yo?
Punya apa, yo?
Oke, jadi kalian ini nanti kita bakal abis ini ya, bener-bener abis ini kita bakal
Abis ini banget.
iya, kita bakal menyaksikan pertarungan antara pemain-pemain pro player chess ya kan. Iya.
Setingkat ini ya, Dewa Kipas ya?
Iya, aduh.
Kemarin ada siapa aja? Lupa gua.
Jangan di-spill dulu.
Oh, jangan di-spill. Pokoknya kalian harus
di-spill.
nonton, guys. Itu sangat
Iya.
sengit dan panas nih.
Wah, panas. Kalau kalian
Situasi
mau
panas ini di sini.
Iya. Panas tanpa drama. Ini.
Wow, no drama ya.
Iya. Kalian mau dengerin kita basa-basi lagi atau mau langsung nih kira-kira?
Ya, komen guys, komen.
Udah daripada kita lama-lama basa-basi gini, kita langsung ini gak sih?
Iya sih. Soalnya nggak
Iya,
sabar
kan?
gua.
Iya.
Lihat si itu tuh. Si siapa?
Ya udah, kalian pantengin terus ya, stay tune di live-nya kita, jangan pergi kemana-mana. Nah, kalian tungguin kita lagi ya guys.
Yo,
We'll be right back.
siapa ya?
Siapa ya?
Yang itu ya? Bule itu ya? Ya nggak sih?
Bule.
Bukan ya yang di podcast Deddy Kobuser gak sih?
Iya.
Aduh,
Siapa
ya?
Cari namanya. Ada yang tahu kah?
Siapa ya?
Siapa ya namanya ya? Yang tahu langsung komen guys ya kan. Dewa Kipas lawan siapa ini? Tapi tanpa bahasa basi kita sudah melihat pergerakan dari seorang Kusuma dan seorang Joan di sini. Juan.
Her, Joan di sini sangat agresif loh, Her.
Juan, mohon maaf, pakai U, Bapak.
Enggak, itu pakai A.
Pakai
O. Parah banget loh, nama orang diganti-ganti.
Maaf ya.
Juan dari mana ini?
Oke. Kita bakal lihat ya.
Tuh, Kusuma di press gitu tau, Her sama Joan.
Ini dua-duanya di press sih menurut gua ya kan.
Tapi lebih press si Joan sih ke Kusuma ya nggak sih?
Hah? Wah, nggak bisa gitu sih. Kita lihat. Lu pegang siapa nih?
Nggak boleh bilang gitu dong.
Aduh.
Ini Harrison emang mau jebak gua nih ya.
Waduh. Di sana
Nggak boleh
kita
gitu
melihat
dong.
kayaknya kingnya itu dijaga ketat ya di sana
Oh,
oleh seorang Kusuma di sana. Dari Kusuma ini strukturnya masih belum berubah-berubah banget ya.
Oh, struktur ya
Masih,
sekarang ya?
iya
Oh,
struktur.
struktur.
Tapi dari Joan di sana sudah mulai agresif ya bunda-bunda. Di sana kita melihat pergerakan yang sangat agresif dengan itu gajah, iya gajah.
Gajah, iya.
Iya,
Soalnya
gajahnya sudah di depan.
emang gajah sih namanya ya.
Iya,
Tadi gue search sih Her di Google.
waduh,
Gajah beneran.
iya di sini.
Tapi
Dari
ini fakta menarik tentang Joan ini, dia dari kemarin itu mainin Queen-nya mulu loh.
wah namanya apa tuh?
Namanya apa? Nggak tahu.
Kita di sini melihat kedua belah pihak tidak mengalah ya di sana. Langsung berpikir keras.
Situ Oasis semakin panas di sini, panas Her.
Waduh. Kita lihat ya guys. Konsentrasi.
Wih, langsung dimajukan pion di sana.
Oke, habis. Ini final ya guys, ingat guys, ini final
Iya.
ini.
Itu udah ada bacaannya kok,
Sembarang
Her. Santai
match.
aja.
Iya, saya sebagai pengingat, reminder ya kan.
Bagus.
Iya bagus dong.
Tuh, Joan aja sekarang majuin ini. Oh, dia udah ganti strategi, Her. Sekarang
Iya,
dia
main.
majuinnya kuda, cuy. Ya nggak sih?
Hah, kuda?
Iya, dia
Gajah
majuin
itu
kuda.
gajah.
Enggak,
Gajah.
bro. Oh iya, gajah.
Gajah
Enggak,
dong.
yang belakangnya. Itu
Gajah.
dua kuda.
Nah, tapi yang di depan siapa itu?
Oh iya, gajah.
Iya,
Benar.
dimakan di sana nampaknya.
Kusuma.
Dimakan balik.
Ya, Kusuma tidak
Nampaknya
tahu kalau ada
di
pion di
sana.
sana.
Yang penting sudah terjadi makan di sana ya kan.
Makan, Bang.
Tapi di sini
Tuh,
masih
kan dimajuin kudanya.
sama gajah itu
Iya sih.
kan saudara.
Oh iya, saudara.
Iya, saudara.
Bisa aja. Oke, di sini sepertinya Joan tidak tahu mau ngapain di sini. Oh, dia majukan pion aja. Dia kayaknya si Joan ini deh, apa?
Apa tuh?
Aman aja, main aman.
Waduh, main aman di sana.
Wah, Kusuma juga.
Yang main aman sih Kusuma dong, kok jadi
Iya, Pak.
Joan?
Enggak, dua pihak juga. Tadi
Enggak
kok,
dong.
tadi kalau misalnya nggak main aman, dia udah majuin kudanya.
Oh, dimakan di sana gajahnya
Iya.
seorang Joan di sana dimakan oleh kudanya Kusuma di sana. Kuda Joan dan kuda Kusuma saling berhadapan
Ambigu
di
ya,
sana.
Mereka saling ini loh, majuin kuda loh.
Iya.
Keren sih.
Itu mau diadu.
Mau diadu.
Iya, mau diadu.
Aduh. Oh, Queen-nya ternyata dimundurkan oleh Kusuma.
Maju
Dan di
terus
sini
mundur
waktu
lagi.
sisa 4 menit 50 detik untuk Joan.
Apakah dengan waktu 4 menit ini saja bisa mengubah situasi di sini? Tampaknya situasi memanas.
Masih banyak
di
peluang.
sini.
Oh,
Masih banyak.
Nah.
Di sana langsung dimakan benteng seorang Joan oleh itu ratu seorang Kusuma di sana. Nampaknya agresif sih di sana, maju di belakang pion.
sebenarnya kayaknya Joan udah tahu deh strateginya si Kusuma deh.
Wah, ini ya tergantung.
Tuh,
Aduh,
saling makan ya.
iya.
Mukbang jadinya.
Daripada makan mending kita beli merch-nya Narada Cup gak sih?
Iya.
Langsung
Pokoknya
aja
moto Narada itu kualitas number 1 ya.
Moto Narada atau moto lu tuh?
Oh, moto gua sorry. Kualitas number 1.
Langsung dicek ya guys.
Langsung.
Itu
t-shirtnya desainnya keren banget guys.
Iya.
Aduh.
Enggak cuma t-shirt doang dong.
Iya, hoodie-nya juga maksud saya. Tapi
Iya.
ya gitu lah.
Tapi apa tuh?
Ini kan ada 2 warna nih, Her. Lu lebih suka yang mana nih, Her? Ini coklat sama putih kan? warnanya.
Kalau gitu gue langsung beli dua-duanya sih.
Iya sih.
Soalnya
Bingung
apa ya?
kan? Bingung, sama-sama
Iya,
bagus
bingung.
dua-duanya.
Iya. Di sana nampaknya dari seorang Juan sudah tersisa dikit ya.
Iya.
Iya, udah
Oh,
tinggal.
Joan karena ini ya, ngepres jadinya kayak gitu tuh.
Enggak, tapi masih dijaga seorang raja dari
Enggak,
seorang
Her,
Juan.
sama ini.
Berapa
Itunya
tuh?
sama. Apanya? Apanya sih ini? Bingung kan apa itu samanya? Wah, gimana? Itu maksudnya sama ininya. Apanya sih?
Apa tuh?
Nggak tahu kan?
Di sana digeser dah. Oh iya, pinter itu, pinter.
Iya.
Iya.
Dia udah tahu.
Pakai rumus matematika. Iya, gue tahu ini. Gue pinter kan mathnya kan. Pakai akar sin kostan, terus ditambah pangkat 3 ditambah
Kalau gue sih pintarnya sih ini sih ya.
apa tuh?
Pintar ambil hati dia. Iya.
Oh ide. Tapi kok nggak jadi?
Bercanda. Ya, jangan gitulah.
Aduh.
Oke, sisa 3 menit untuk Kusuma dan 4 menit untuk Joan.
Tadi kalau Jowar itu dewa kipas, kalau Gevaldi dewa set boy.
Wih, bisa aja lu, Tong. Janganlah gitu. Dari kemarin lu jebak gua mulu loh.
Iya, mainnya jebak-jebak dong kayak mereka nih. Mereka mainnya pakai trik-trik jebakan nih. Mereka pancing satu dimakan satu. Iya, harus pinter-pinter nih.
Iya. Menurut lu siapa yang menang?
Menurut gua nih, wah susah sih.
Sama-sama jago ya kan?
Iya. Ini walaupun kayak gini ya, udah final nggak mungkin nggak seru ya, pastilah seru. Masa nggak seru? Di sana tersisa 3 menit untuk seorang Juan dan 2 menit untuk seorang Kusuma. Apakah dengan 2 menit itu Kusuma bisa mengubah posisinya lagi?
Semangat yo. Kedua
skak terjadi di sana oleh seorang Kusuma. Masih bisa diamankan seorang King dari sana. Masih bisa. Kalem.
Tadi gua kaget sih, Her.
Iya, harus kaget gitu dong. Harus gitu.
Lu teriaknya kekencangan sih, Her. Kaget gue.
Dari seorang Kusuma masih berpikir keras itu, Bu.
Iya.
Tapi kalau Kusuma beda. Kalau Gevaldi berpikir keras untuk mendapatkan dia.
Bisa aja lu, Tong. Dia majukan pion.
Iya. Konsentrasi dulu.
Ayo, Doan Kusuma, kamu pasti bisa. Saya prediksi sih, ini sorry ya. Kayaknya
apa tuh?
Dari mata batin saya, Joan deh yang menang.
Waduh.
Enggak. Ini kan menurut saya.
Waduh, menurut saya.
Saya nggak bilang kalau kayaknya Joan.
Opini, ya kan? Opini.
Kita kan sama aja ya, menurut.
Iya emang sama, nggak ada yang beda.
Kusuma tinggal 1 menit 30.
Apakah dengan 1 menit itu bisa memenangkan game kali ini dan menjadi juara untuk Narada Cup kali ini? Kita lihat saja langsung tanpa basa-basi, back to the game, back to the match.
Keren loh itu.
Langsung
sudah
nampaknya.
Oke, sekarang ini adalah English the best.
Langsung nyambung
debat yang paling panas nih.
Iya. Tadi sangat GG untuk seorang dewa kipas Fit Juan. Di sana gerakannya sangat.
Tadi yang menang Joan kan, bener kan prediksi saya itu punya.
Waduh.
Mata batin.
Tapi kita harus move on nih. Kita harus move on nih. Ini kita bakal ada English debate ya kan. Tadi Ces udah sengit banget. Nanti ini kalian bakal lihat match yang sengit lagi nih. Bakal pada adu argumen di
Kita
sana.
belum kasih tahu nih dari sekolah mana. Yang pertama dari sekolah Mondial Batam 2
melawan sekolah Maitria Wira Batam 1 dari Batam dua-duanya
Iya,
ini.
dari Batam semua ini. Batam itu yang
motionnya
udah sih ya?
di Southfield Band dan Talent Show itu yang akan diperdebatkan ya guys. Stay tune di sini. Kita akan menyaksikan debat yang sangat panjang. Ya kan?
Semangat kedua pihak.
Oke, kita langsung aja ke
away from being the winner.
debate
So,
di sini.
Ini dua-duanya dari
for the
Batam,
final
Kak.
round, we'll be debating under the motion this house will ban children talent show, with our adjudicator for this round being Mr. Eggy. Speaking from the affirmative team will be Sekolah Mondial 2 with its first speaker Ivy, second speaker Stefano, and third speaker Javier. And speaking from the opposition team will be Sekolah Maitreya Wira Batam 1 with its first speaker Fiona, second speaker Grace, and third speaker Gladys. The rules are the same as the preliminaries and semifinals. POIs can be offered by unmuting yourself. You'll hear this sound once for the time during which POIs may be raised at minute 1 and minute 6. This sound twice at minute 7 and minute 3 for the reply speech. And you'll hear this sound continuously when the time including the 20-second grace period is up. Any questions? Then let's just start the debate. I call upon the first speaker of the affirmative team, Ivy.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Please wait a minute. Okay. I'm gonna start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Panels, talent shows has evolved a lot in this world. We can see a lot of competition shows or just talent shows in general. Some with cash prizes and some with a contract. Some that offers a contract with a record label. However, we see the problem where children here are also in these talent shows. These talent shows are made for the sole purpose of profit. These talent shows on TV gathers viewers where the more people watch the show, the more money these talent shows earn. And the more popularity means even more seasons of the talent show. Mind that profit base here makes it hard for children to guarantee that they can be safe in this environment. These talent shows don't care for the children that are on the show, but care for the money that these children can get them. Children here, some have willingly want to participate in these talent shows. Some are encouraged or even forced to join these talent shows. At the start, these talent shows might seem fun for them, but in the middle process, there is going to be pressure. There's going to be tension between contestants. There's going to be supporters, which are great, but comes with people who downgrade these children as well. These children shouldn't be exposed to these situations because it can ruin ruin their mentality and it can cause trauma. This trauma can further on be impacted even when they grow up. They are left with these unethical and mentally exhausting experiences that can ruin their state of confidence or mental health. These talent shows for children are basically labor because it forces them to do something else than what other children do, which is showing their talent, but with the motive to win, not the joy of having talent. Our side will ban any type of talent show that are exclusive for children or even talent shows that allow child contestants. Here, children are categorized as below the 18 age, where most of the time these contestants right now are ages 7 to 15 and often exposed to the entertainment industry's hardship in a very young age. Moving on to my arguments. Firstly, why talent shows bring irreparable harm towards its contestants. Firstly, these young children aren't mature yet mentally. They have no idea that the world is harsh and that things like their talent could be disliked. They have no idea that what is shown on TV is not exactly the same as what is being recorded. These children are still very vulnerable and shouldn't be exposed to the harms and bad things normalized in entertainment industry. When children are exposed on talent shows, they're gathering attention for the talent. But editors of the talent show can switch the narrative of a talent show and add unnecessary drama between competitors for just for some attention. Editors can create a false narrative to attract viewers, and then the public can end up picking sides and criticizing a young child for their talent, or even downgrade them and state how their talent is useless, or mean comments in general that are easily accessed and could reach the ears of the young child competing. Even if there is no false narrative, there is still this pressure to push yourself because you need to win the talent show. You need to be the best. You need to earn the title of this season's talent show winner. This will be a very hard pill to take mistake for young children because the main reason they join these talent shows are to show their talent, not knowing the pressure to win, not knowing the pressure to earning a good response from judges. Children shouldn't have to experience this pressure. Why? Because of the sole reason they are still so young. The chances of them breaking apart because of this pressure is so large because we as viewers have no idea what is going on behind the curtains. We have no idea what happens behind the scenes. We wouldn't know if the child is being scolded by their parents for not doing well. We wouldn't know what if a child is freed from the competition. We say it's better for the children to know to not be exposed from this pressure like this when all their competition videos are being recorded and can be seen by the whole world. What if that video is a scar towards the child? People can actually remind the child of the video when in fact that video would not always mean the child is happy. Even if the video is them smiling happily, showing their talent, but behind, what if they are so tired of the pressure? What is our side's alternative for children if we ban children talent shows is that these children will still have a lot of chances to show their talent. There are still tons of school competitions and even district or regional competitions where they can show their talent without being pressured to win in front of a camera, because this is dangerous for them. This is dangerous for them to know that there's pressure for them to win and that the society right now is encouraging them to win when
You're just one step away from being the winner, so good luck. For the final round, we'll be debating under the motion, "This House will ban children talent show," with our adjudicator for this round being Mr. Eggy. Speaking from the affirmative team will be Escola Mondial 2 with its first speaker Ivy, second speaker Stefano, and third speaker Javier. And speaking from the opposition team will be Sekolah Maitreya Wirabatang 1 with its first speaker Fiona, second speaker Grace, and third speaker Gladys. The rules will be the same as the preliminaries and semifinals. POIs can be offered by unmuting yourself. You'll hear this sound once for the time during which POIs may be raised at minute 1 and minute 6. This sound twice at minute 7 and minute 3 for the reply speech. And you'll hear this sound continuously when the time including the 20-second grace period is up. Any questions? Then let's just start the debate. I call upon the first speaker of the affirmative team, Ivy.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Please. I'm gonna start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Panels, talent shows has evolved a lot in this world. We can see a lot of competition shows or just talent shows in general. Some with cash prizes and some with a contract. Some that offers a contract with a record label. However, we see the problem where children here are also in these talent shows. These talent shows are made for the sole purpose of profit. These talent shows on TV gathers viewers, where the more people watch the show, the more money these talent shows earn. And the more popularity means even more seasons of the talent show. Mind that profit base here makes it hard for children to guarantee that they can be safe in this environment. These talent shows don't care for the children that are on the show, but care for the money that these children can get them. Children here, some have willingly want to participate in these talent shows, some are encouraged or even forced to join these talent shows. At the start, these talent shows might seem fun for them, but in the middle process, there is going to be pressure. There's going to be tension between contestants. There's going to be supporters, which are great, but comes with people who downgrade these children as well. These children shouldn't be exposed to these situations because it can ruin their mentality and it can cause trauma. This trauma can further on be impacted even when they grow up. They are left with these unethical and mentally exhausting experiences that can ruin their state of confidence or mental health. These talent shows for children are basically labor because it forces them to do something else than what other children do, which is showing their talent, but with the motive to win, not the joy of having talent. Our side will ban any type of talent show that are exclusive for children or even talent shows that allow child contestants. Here, children are categorized as below the 18 age, where most of the time these contestants right now are ages 7 to 15 and often exposed to the entertainment industry's hardship in a very young age. Moving on to my arguments. Firstly, why talent shows bring irreparable harm towards its contestants. Firstly, these young children aren't mature yet mentally. They have no idea that the world is harsh and that things like their talent could be disliked. They have no idea that what is shown on TV is not exactly the same as what is being recorded. These children are still very vulnerable and shouldn't be exposed to the harms and bad things normalized in entertainment industry. When children are exposed on talent shows, they're gathering attention for the talent. But editors of the talent show can switch the narrative of a talent show and add unnecessary drama between competitors for just for some attention. Editors can create a false narrative to attract viewers, and then the public can end up picking sides and criticizing a young child for their talent, or even downgrade them and state how their talent is useless, or mean comments in general that are easily accessed and could reach the ears of the young child competing. Even if there is no false narrative, there is still this pressure to push yourself because you need to win the talent show. You need to be the best. You need to earn the title of this season's talent show winner. This will be a very hard pill to take for young children, because the main reason they join these talent shows are to show their talent, not knowing the pressure to win, not knowing the pressure to earning a good response from judges. Children shouldn't have to experience this pressure. Why? Because of the sole reason they are still so young. The chances of them breaking apart because of this pressure is so large, because we as viewers have no idea what is going on behind the curtain. We have no idea what happens behind the scenes. We wouldn't know if the child is being scolded by their parents for not doing well. We wouldn't know what if a child freed from the competition. We say it's better for the children to know to not be exposed from this pressure like this, when all their competition videos are being recorded and can be seen by the whole world. What if that video is a scar towards the child? People can actually remind the child of the video, when in fact that video would not always mean the child is happy. Even if the video is them smiling happily, showing their talent, but behind, what if they are so tired of the pressure? What is our side's alternative for children if we ban children talent shows? Is that these children will still have a lot of chances to show their talent. There are still tons of school competitions and even district or regional competitions where they can show their talent without being pressured to win in front of a camera, because this is dangerous for them. This is dangerous for them to know that there's pressure for them to win, and that the society right now is encouraging them to win when in fact they don't have that motive in the first place. Their first motive is to know is that they want to show talent to the world. They want people to know that they have this talent. They didn't know that they're going to be pressured to win again and again in the future. Now, second, further on to my second argument, as these talent shows are indirectly child labor. Why? Because our side states this point because talent shows are made for profit. Their goal is to find talents that have high potential to go big and make profit for companies, or to gather a lot of attention and earn from the show itself. Now, notice that talent show contestants are not paid. They are set by the producers that they are given a chance to change their future by winning this talent show or getting a signed contract with a recorded label. These producers offer these children this type of exposure that are seemingly beneficial towards them, but actually no. This gives them pressure in a very young age. This gives them a place where their environment is not healthy enough for their mental and physical state, because it tires them, it exhausts them from all the pressure from society and in front of camera. Because in fact they are not paid to do this. They're not appreciated in any financial way, but they are being pressured again and again to become better and better for the sake of views and for the sake of money that is earned by the talent shows. In the end, there is no guarantee that they can win back or even gain any proper exposure, because why? If they are not appreciated enough by the public, they won't get any exposure. They won't get any record label or even people calling them that they are worth that time. They are good enough. There is no guarantee that these children can have the benefits that these producers are trying to give. There's no guarantee that these children can be safe and sound in that environment. This is why we say that talent shows are indirectly child labor. Now, if the opposition side is going to state why children movies are still going to be allowed and why is it okay, it's still not okay for us, because children in movies are being paid. They're not being pressured again and again to become better and better. Why? Because they're following a script and they're not acting the whole movie. They're acting based on the script. They're not giving like 24 hours of practice or even 10 hours of practice or even lesser than that to become better. Why? Because they're actors, they're child actors, they're being paid to this, they're being paid to act. They're not like talent show contestants where they are competing, they're competing to win. Then they can do something in the future, then they can have a stabilized success, or they are even given success. So this is why we our side proposes to this motion. Thank you.
Thank you. That was 6 minutes and 45 seconds. We shall now hear from the first speaker of the opposition team, Fiona.
Okay, am I audible? Is it clear?
Yes, you are.
Okay, I will start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Panels. In fact, a lot of famous junior chefs, singers, they all start from somewhere, which could actually be talent show as well. It's because they've built skills, developed their talents, made connections, and etc. thing throughout the talent shows they've participated in. So our site will prove to you on how the mechanism will work in talent shows and how it can provide regulations to make sure kids are not going to get harmed throughout the process. And secondly, we will prove to you on how it could incentivize kids to work harder on their talents as well. So first of all, I'll explain to you about our mechanism itself. Our mechanism would be divided into two. The first thing is about how there will be preventive measure they will be taken to protect children. And secondly, there will be talent show. We think that this type of talent show is a platform for them to actually develop their talent, which I will explain even more later on. So first of all, I'll explain to you on how talent show itself does have preventive measures as already nowadays. So in terms of workload itself, we believe that we will have a certain mechanism that will control that. Obviously, to ensure that the children can continue to showcase their talents healthily. The companies or media that creates the show will need to give them a right amount of workload for them to be able to continue going on stage and perform, right? Obviously, these types of companies, they want to profit. Obviously, they want viewers, they want all those stuffs, which is exactly why they would not hurt the children to begin with, right? Because they want the children to be able to go on stage and actually present themselves well later on. So we believe that other than that, companies itself or media in this case will also be more lenient towards children in terms of workload and pressure itself. For example, if we can look at master chefs itself, they're master chefs for adults and also for junior, right? You can see that Gordon Ramsay itself, he himself does not actually give that much pressure towards children and is usually more lenient towards them, right? Which is one thing that is going to prove to you on how these talent show that actually do not stress children out as much as side proposition is depicting it to you. And also regarding mental pressure itself, it's going to be taken account into, right? Pressure or heavy workload or broadcast pressure, hate comments itself, we say that they can exist everywhere, to be honest. But in talent show, their talents is actually being advocated or developed here. So they're going to be they're going to expose their talents to the outer world, and in a sort of way they will bring a lot of benefits at the end of the day, which will be explained even more later on. So let's say, right, even if these kids fail in the competitions itself or the talent shows, we say that it becomes a really precious learning experience. Why so? Because it's a way for them to obviously it's not easy to perform or get on these types of talent show. So we feel like it requires children to get out of their comfort zone, right? And we think that by that happening, it can actually sharpens your ability to withstand pressure in the future. So they're going to be more prone to if they are not exposed to this type of pressure, they're going to be more prone to mental breakdown in the future if they don't get exposed to it now. So we believe that the pressure will actually exist either way, right? And regarding consent, right, if we say that there will be no things such as parents forcing their children to go on these talent shows really happening. Even if it happens, right, we believe there will be procedures before the children do talent shows. And even if not, there will be like society to actually look at the children and the way they behave, right? In a sea full of viewers itself that watches talent shows, there will obviously be people who will definitely know if children is acting weirdly or seem to be forced into talent show by their parents. It's going to be something that is going to be able to be it's going to be taken account into. And also regarding hate comments itself, right, we say that it's actually something that could be tackled. Why so? Because people would know that it's children, and it's universal knowledge that children should not be treated harshly, exactly because they're still small, right? They're still little, and they're still little. So even if hate comments do happen, we say that there will be condemnation from other people. So people will be condemning these people who are commenting harshly towards these children, and people can actually report towards those people at the end of the day. And even if there are children predators, for example, we say that there will be people who would also condemn them. There's going to be regulations. You know how in Indonesia we already have UU ITE and all those sort of stuff. So it's really going to be safe, and there's going to be regulations to help everything be taken, there's going to be a law protecting them, right? And so onto the second thing I want to talk about here, which is about pressure again. We say that pressure itself, it exists everywhere, and it truly isn't as bad as how proposition is depicting it to be. We mentioned that it will be regulated in talent shows, right? Pressure is actually not always a bad thing if you think about it. It could actually push people to develop, it could push people to grow and to become better itself. Pressure exists even as early as when children are in school. So it's all for the sake of getting them out of this comfort zone, right? And helping them grow. Even if there's no talent show, children will still need to face those type of pressures when they have to enter school itself, especially towards these talented kids, right? So if side proposition really want to eradicate pressure by banning talent show, we believe it's a mismatched solution, because it's no matter talent show or not, the pressure itself actually exists anyways, even if it's in a different type of environment. So moreover, the pressure in this case is pressure towards the thing that you are already talented in already. It's going to be a healthy competition where children wouldn't feel completely helpless because they're already talented to begin with, right? Other than that, panels, please understand that competitions and pressure towards these talented kids, they would still exist anyways. So the side proposition said that they are worried about children getting scolded, but in fact, these talented children will still be given a high bar of expectations from their family members, parents, friends, nevertheless, right? So we said, other than that, panels, I want to talk about how to start early is actually good, because it's scientifically proven that kids who learn early, they actually have a easier way to pursue and discover, or grow their talent or skill itself. And for all
I'm
the
sorry,
things I mentioned,
your time is up. That was 7 minutes and 24 seconds. I now call upon the second speaker of the affirmative team, Stefano.
Okay. So I'm going to start my speech in 3, 2. Panels, we as the audience don't really know what is going to happen behind the scenes, right? By banning these children TV talent shows, we are basically preventing more pressure to the children. Besides that, the failure of the children, which they conclude as a learning experience, doesn't need something as big as talent shows where the whole nation is watching, right? We can even learn from school and small stuff, because basically learning experience is the job of the parents anyway. We say that pressure, we do acknowledge that pressure still happens on both sides, yes, but the difference is what types of pressure, right? The different type of pressure that their side and our side are giving is very much different. When you are allowing the children to follow these talent TV shows, you are putting the pressure of a nationwide to these children, right? To have the big pressure, the children must do good in these TV talent shows, right? Moreover than that, the harms of having these TV talent shows are much worse than the good itself, right? Which I'm going to explain more in that. Moving on to my panels, we need to know that talent shows are a profit-based industry and exploit these children to gain more profit, to have more viewers, right? Because they are basically trying to get profit, right? Moreover than that, the children talent shows will bring more harm than good in these 2 points. First, what are the impacts, and second, the children itself. First, what are the impacts? Panels, we need to realize that TV talent shows are often exploit these children to gain more and more profit. We say that this is putting too much pressure on the children as whether they need to fulfill the expectation of the viewers nationwide, right? Also, starting early that they have mentioned earlier doesn't mean any success at all, right? Yes, we do acknowledge there are some benefit of having this TV talent show, such as exposure to the child, but what are the trade-off of this exposure is basically it's like a children unpaid children labor. Right? You trade off your performance, your talent for something that this talent show provides, which is exposure. So the question that we want to ask the opposition is that whether this is a display of talent or this is a child labor, right? Should be answered by the opposition side of the house. When you are a child and the whole nation is watching you, you have this pressure from a nation, and they are judging you whether or not your talent is good enough for them. Right? We, as the government side, says that this burden for these young children is too much for them. Children TV talent shows doesn't bring more good than harm. Even if talent TV shows such as American Got Talent, Britain's Got Talent give them an early foundation to start their career and set a path. Starting early when you are a child and having an early foundation doesn't guarantee you any success, right? For example, that one kid who are phenomenon culture who makes jokes about adult stuff and 18 plus thingy, he was a momentary sensation that these talent shows can provide. But why I don't remember the name of that kid is the real example of starting early in talent TV shows doesn't even guarantee you to have a good career future in the entertainment industry. Right? That is why the impacts of it is bad. Now, second of all, about the children. Panels notice that they are still children, where they are still mentally unstable, right? They don't have the intelligence and rationally to think for themselves, right? We say that these children are working alone and showcasing their talent without even getting paid at the first place. The children talent shows are putting too much pressure on this child for their own and personal benefit. Yeah, panels, we need to notice that there are no script and direction from the director itself of the TV talent shows, right, on what to show or how they should present their talent, right? And when children are burdened to do good, as what my first argument has explained to you, where these TV talent shows are putting the burden to this child, they are deemed to make mistake, right? Because it is the nature of a human, right? Hence, the children, when they make mistake, they will have a breakdown and not perform their base talent on their top of the game. Now, to the response of it will incentivize children to become more motivated so they can showcase their talent. That is not actually true, right? This children's talent show won't motivate more children to showcase their talent, but more often than not, these children are often compared to those who come up on the stage, right? Their self-esteem as a children will take a hit from this TV talent show itself because of the parents saying things like, why you cannot be one of them? Why you cannot be great like them, right? Why you cannot come up to this to the stage? And these kind of things, in fact, will not motivate more children to expose their own talent because they're more often than not compared to those who come up on the stage, right? So this is why we beg you to propose.
Okay, thank you. That was 4 minutes and 48 seconds. I now call upon the second speaker of the opposition team, Grace. Grace, you may.
Okay. Starting my speech in 3, 2, 1. It's true that children talent show is profit based on the perspective of the companies, right? It's also true that all of the profit comes from the audience, which means essentially the audience hold the biggest power in this situation, right? It's the only prerequisite that these companies can earn profit is at the very first place if these audiences choose to watch their shows or not, right? And that is the only way they gain profit, right? And we say that the audience is wise enough to decide whether or not these talent shows is actually providing a healthy working environment for these children, or like giving healthy competition, or like giving like a healthy pressure towards these children and not overworking them, right? So they question if these so when they question to us about whether or not these children talent show is actually a display of talent and not actually like exploiting children or like promoting child labor, we said that it's exactly a display of talent, right? Exactly, because there's many audiences condemning these companies and when they actually like exploit these children or like try to force these children to work overload, right? Before I move on to my arguments, 4 rebuttals that I'm going to give to the government side. Firstly, they talk to you about how children are going to have to pretend to be happy on the screen when in back like they're super pressured and like they're not happy at all, right?
We say if children are truly pressured and they're tired, there's no way that children can hide that, right? And it will most probably be noticeable towards the audience, right? Children are known to be straightforward. They say what they're going to say. They're not going to pretend that they like something just to please other people. This also applies in this case, right? Children cannot act they're not tired. It will definitely show on screen, and the audience can take accountability of that company and condemn them if they actually like overwork these children and try to force them in the end of the day, right? Secondly, they talk to you about how there's going to be better options like competition that isn't necessarily broadcasted, which means that there's going to be less pressure towards these children, right? This is not true at all, right? Because there's easily as much pressure in regular competition that isn't even broadcasted, broadcasted, because there's always going to be a winner and loser regardless, right? So there's still going to be pressure for these children to win in the end of the day, right? But then why is this more dangerous? Exactly because it is not broadcasted to the public. There's even higher possibility of children being overworked, and no one's going to know and no one's going to condemn it because there's no audience, right? But even if there is, there's going to be less transparency in regular competition in comparison to talent shows, right? Which means that it's going to be even worse. Thirdly, they also talk about how there's going to be pressure from society, from the entire nation, they said, right? Notice how it's socially recognizable and like basic decency for people to treat children the way they should, right? No decent human will put the same expectations of an adult towards children, right? The expectations given to these children will be in the range of their abilities, right? It won't be like superhuman abilities which will pressure these children, right? We do agree, right? Means that the expectations given to these children will be reasonable expectations which are inside of their talent range, right? Meaning that issue of pressure being harmful will instead be a motivation for their children to be even better because they are actually like talented enough to compare with other people, right? Hence, like the elimination method that's implemented in almost all of these children talent shows, so that children will have a healthy competition with each other because their talents are on par with each other, right? So that's not going to be like super different where like one is super not talented and other one is super talented, and there's going to be like heavy pressure for these children, right? Lastly, they talk about how there's going to be parents comparing the children on these shows to their own, right? We said that this is going to happen regardless of these things happening, because you can see like even when these children like not go to these talent shows and they go to school, parents are still going to continue to compare their children, right? But even so, we said that parents also recognize that these children, the children in these talent shows are clearly children who are exceptionally talented, and they have like talent that some children don't have, right? And we said that exactly because the society keeps on developing, parents already like start to acknowledge that children have their own talent, and their children might be talented in other ways that some other children in these shows aren't, right? Means that children have their own abilities, right? Maybe their child isn't like fit for joining MasterChef, but their child could be like talented in singing, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be like a certain talent that these parents force upon their own children, right? But then moving on to my arguments, 3 things that I'm going to be talking to you. Firstly, how does it incentivize and then motivate other children to also develop their skills and talents? Secondly, how does it open up more career possibilities and exposure for children? Thirdly, how illegal like children talent shows will continue to exist in their side, right? Firstly, exactly because children talent shows exposes the talents of children, allowing them to showcase it in a competitive setting that empowers other children to follow their footsteps. What happens when other children see children in these talent shows compete and win, and it is going to empower the children. You empower the children watching and then motivate them to do the same, right? The reason why some people join these MasterChef shows or like Voice Kids shows is because they see other children in these shows in the very first place, right? And that's the reason why it's different from regular competitions that isn't broadcasted to the public, right? Making it more accessible to even more children to watch and also think of joining. It also destroys the skeptical mindset and gives a new perspective that shows that children are equally capable of achieving what adults can do or even more, right? Which is proven by the skills and capabilities shown by these children in the talent shows, right? It also convinces the skeptical parents or their own parents that don't believe that children can achieve big things that adults can, right? Exactly because these children in the talent shows prove the skeptical parents wrong. But then secondly, how does the competition and pressure in talent show push children to develop their skills even more, right? We said that exactly because these competition and pressure motivates these children to do even better than they already is. It's going to help these children to compete because they're going to compete with other talented children rather than regular children who aren't talented in the very first place, right? So that's going to motivate them to develop even more. But then secondly, how does it open up more career possibilities and exposure for children, right? We can see there's many children in like master chefs who in the end of the day collaborate with actual judges and chef in that show to actually like build a restaurant, right? We said that even they try to say to you that it doesn't guarantee children career, at the very least, by joining these talent shows, they increase the possibility of them having a career actually, right? Because they're already exposed to the public who can see their talent and see that they have potential in different fields, right? And then lastly, how will illegal children talent show will continue to exist in their side of the house, right? Just because they ban doesn't mean it's not going to exist, right? We said that there's going to be like underground children talent shows that's only going to be broadcasted to specific people that in the end of the day isn't going to be unregulated, and there's not going to be any audience accountability, right? Means all the issues that they're talking about, children being overworked, children being pressured, it's also going to be even worse, right? Because there's literally no regulation, and they're simply going to ban these children talent shows from existing. Our side proposes that we're not going to ban them, we're going to continue to have them, but we're also going to create regulations that make sure that these children talent shows are done properly, and that all of the measures are being like given to these children properly, and make sure that these children's are the well-being are being guaranteed in the end of the day, which is why I'm so proud to oppose. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Grace. That was 7 minutes and 20 seconds. We shall now hear from the third speaker of the affirmative team, Gabriel.
Yes, okay.
Yes, Javier, you may start.
Okay, I'm going to start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Panels, as we ban children's talent shows, we're protecting these children as a vulnerable actor in this debate. Children who know no better but to show their talents on national TV, thinking that they could be superstars at the end of the day. Innocent children who do not have the capability to think for themselves for the consequences that arise as they join these talent shows, how it will impact their futures as young adults, and how it will affect them psychologically during the competition in itself. Notice that we have characterized any form of talent show as profit-based at the end of the day, right? Meaning that these talent shows are aired all over the nation are seeking profit at the expense of the actors that are shown in the broadcast. In the form of talent shows, these actors are now the so-called contestants. Now, normally we will never have a problem, right, with these talent shows that hires actors, with shows that hires actors, because basically there needs to be young actors that can portray children and teenagers, right? We have no problem with that, as they have laws that already says that they can only be working in the set for 20 hours a week, and that they have a fixed wage. We have no problem with that whatsoever. However, realize that this is not true for children's talent show at all. In talent show, these children are children. They are not regulated within the time that they work. Yes, they would only need to participate in the regular live show and perform for 20 minutes. But look at how it is actually different from what people see in the live show, right? When people see in the live show, what they are only seeing is when they are performing for 20 minutes in the stage, for example, right? Now, they have never showed about how long they practice behind the scenes with the coaches that these audition-based competitions offer. Like they even have to leave schools and join these competition talent shows like singing or even Something Got Talent or whatsoever to audition. And on the off chance that they pass, they get in. Now, they will perform, but before they perform, they will need to have hours and hours of trainings with the crew, right? Now, this is not regulated at all within this talent school, and this is what we're afraid of, that there's no clear law that states how long a children should be able to work for in this talent show, right? And that's why we will want to ban it altogether. Now, the opposition has stated how they will bring up regulation and how society will have a check and balance system, right? Now, I will explain to you how that thing won't be able to happen, right? Now, because these children are shown within the talent shows, right? They only show the things that they perform, like for example, a 20 minutes performance of how they sing, or for example, how they act, something like that. But they have never showed to you what are the things that are behind the scenes, right? What are the contracts that they have done behind the scenes, right? Nothing of sort, right? Now, they say that the society can figure out whether or not a child would be able to see if a child is tired. Now, but panels realize that at the end of the day, this is still a show, and they would of course filter everything, right? They would not show the entertainers would of course never show the things that are seen as ambiguous, or that are seen as that can ruin the reputation of these companies in itself, right? Because these things at the end of the day will ruin their reputation, right? Hence, the check and balance system is not really that good in the very first place, right? And then, okay, let's say that these contestants will be proud of their talent, right? And that if they're going to say about how they're going to be compared, it is going to be compared anyway on both sides of the house. Now, exactly because they will be compared anyway. Meanwhile, on their side of the house, their comparison will be much worse. Much worse. Why? Because the range of them will be wider than normal. Because normally the range that we will be compared to other people, for example, it's maybe because our neighbors' children or whatsoever, right? It will be probably about how that neighbor won the provincial or the municipal competition of some science competition, right? That is basically a very normal thing that is happening within society, right? And we cannot change that. However, when we still have these talent shows at the end of the day, we're expanding the scope, and we're not just only comparing, for example, ourselves to a normal, for example, winning municipal competitions, but we're comparing ourselves to worldwide we're comparing ourselves to people who have God-given talent, who are able to go into worldwide, nationwide competition, right? Hence, on their side of the house, these comparisons will be much worse. Hence, we would not want, and we would want to mitigate those harms by banning the children talent show from the very first start, right? Now, moving on to the clashes, two clashes in this debate. First of all, about how learning is not exclusive on both sides, and second of all, about child labor. Panels, the opposition brought about how children coming up to the stage is a good thing, right? However, that is not exclusive within a world where children have talent shows or not. In order for opposition to win in this point, they need to prove to us how this thing, learning, is exclusive, or if not, is better on their side of the house. But what have they brought here? They have brought about how this will be a great learning experience whether or not they win or lose, right? However, panels, exactly because this is not exclusive, and this can also happen on our side, if we can prove to you how other alternatives are better, we can win this point, right? So, for example, if we're in a world where talent shows for children does not exist, this does not mean that you cannot learn how to sing, that you cannot learn how to act, right? There are still other alternatives, such as what my first speaker stated. For example, like maybe multiple piano lessons or vocal lessons. These are things that still exist on our world and even on both worlds, right? Now, so with that being said, learning is not exclusive on their side of the house, right? When there is competition that is based on children itself, right? And that is why we think that it's okay for us to ban, that it's justified for us to ban these competitions in the very first place, because they bring no benefit whatsoever. What they do bring, however, is pressure, and pressure that is very, very much harmful, and as well as multiple child labor problems, right? And that relates to our second class, which is child labor. Okay, let's take a bullet and say that the children are shown that they are tired, and that society will be the one to say that, okay, that these children is tiring and that they are not treating children. But I have stated to you before that these media or these entertainment companies won't be showing these all of the things that are happening behind the scenes, right? Because at the end of the day, when these children are training for hours and hours, they will not show these hours of trainings in the show itself, right? And this is what we're afraid of, panels, because these talent shows seem as if they are being very accommodative towards the children and whatsoever. At the end of the day, these children will be more and more exploited at the end of the day, and that is why we're so proud to propose.
All right, thank you. That was 6 minutes and 58 seconds. The third speaker of the opposition team, Gladys, will now deliver their speech opposing the motion. Time is yours.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
I to unmute myself. Starting my speech in 3, 2, 1. Pressure is something that exists everywhere. Pressure only becomes toxic when a person has never been given pressure and has always lived in a greenhouse where they are constantly protected like a delicate flower. An appropriate amount of pressure given to a child is a good thing. It gives them an ability to withstand pressure and prepare them for greater pressure once they grow up. Competition, stress, and workload are something that everyone experiences regardless of their age, gender, and ethnic. Meaning that even without children talent show, this pressure, workload, and competition will still exist. What's different is that with talent show, people get in contact with it in a controlled way, where the audience act as a preventive mechanism to prevent any mishaps. It's also widespread media where children from all age and environment are able to be incentivized to work hard and study their talent, whether it is singing, cooking, drawing, or whatever specialty they have. Rules of age is never a restriction for us to work hard and develop and compete. Responsibility, capability, and confidence develop from childhood until we grow old. Learning and improving is never ending process, and talent shows are a platform that does it. Two clarifications before I answer my questions. First, if government consent is consent and that children do not understand the consequences, we say that they clearly haven't listened to our PM mechanism. Consent from children will be asked whether they're willing or not, and the consequences are being asked by the guardian, which means which are the people who are responsible for them and also know what's best for them. Meaning that their concern is already mitigated. But second, if they are afraid of unequal talent, then we say that it's even more unnecessary, simply because selection happens before the real shooting. Meaning that all the contestants will be qualified and the competition is a healthy one, simply because their capability does not have a huge disparity, with enough hard work and catching up is not impossible at all. Competition is only toxic when they compete with people over their capability, in which we are not giving that at all. Two questions on debate. First, does talent show bring more harm than good? What did they try to argue they do? They try to argue that profit-oriented children talent show make it hard to ensure the safety of the children, especially when children are vulnerable. It adds a lot of unnecessary drama to increase viewership, head comments, and pressure to win and not for enjoyment. First of all, this is not completely true. What is the society we're living in? We're living in a progressive society where every kind of show is heavily scrutinized by the people. Pressure, misleading editing, and hate comments are condemned and reported by citizens. Like just said, children are vulnerable. This is common sense. Meaning that in talent show, comment sections or in discussion, they're always being treated leniently. Like in MasterCraft Junior, if you're failed, you're constantly confronted by the judges like Gordon Ramsay. If someone say bad words in hate comments, that person will be reported and condemned simply because it's basic manner to maintain courtesy, especially when the bad manners are shown to a child. Meaning that even if in the worst case where such external negativities do happen, they will be called out by the society, condemned, shut up, and sued legally. This includes not only citizens but also the director, the crews, and also the parents. Meaning that preventive mechanism exists to prevent all their bad harms. But second, does talent show directly mean they are profit-oriented? We say that okay, maybe some of them are, but we say that most of them are to find future talents for the specific sector. For example, classical music competitions are found and made to increase society interest in classical music and to preserve this culture. At the same time, we say this also to find future pillars for this sector. Like MasterCraft Junior, future chef and culinary masters are born here. Not many people think that cooking is a legitimate and respected work, but with MasterCraft Junior, these cooking skills that are used to be neglected are taken as important, right? Singing and dancing that used to be only a hobby now becomes a future career for children, something that people can actually improve and become a legitimate job. This proves that even if talent shows do have an interest to get profit, there are also other purposes, and with the preventive measure of audience scrutinizing eyes, you will treat these children appropriately, especially when children can't hide their feelings. It's simply impossible for them to edit it out completely or to completely reduce the scene of these children because it's not visible by all the citizens, especially when they are actually filmed nationwide or internationally. The second thing that they try to argue is that there's a lot of alternatives like offline competition, right? So the first is also access on Ours of the House. Meaning that on Ours of the House we're going to have a lot of options for the children to choose from. If they want to participate in offline competition, then sure, but not everyone just like exposure and popularity. Some players need it, and it is crucial, and talent shows is an important platform. But second, offline competition also have pressure. They will have expectation to win, whether it is from their own competitive spirit or it is another expectation. Meaning that pressure and competition exist everywhere, not just in talent show, but also in offline competition. But what is different is that offline competition is often obscure. Meaning that if cheating, unfairness, or bad things happen, no one will be there to call them out. And children will have a traumatic experience where they are forced to and given a heavy pressure because no one can control offline competition other than the judges or the parents, right? Audience are not there to control, but talent shows are there. They make it fun, and the audience is there to make sure that nothing happens to them. Second question is, does this help with the children's talent, right? They try to argue about how, this is actually pleasurable because you put the expectation of the whole nation on these people, on these children, right? Expectation is not a bad thing. Having an expectation for you means that your ability is acknowledged, meaning that you are actually building the confidence of the children, that their talents are acknowledged by the people nationwide. But even if they are pressured, we say this is perfectly avoidable and not as serious as government rate. Let's say they're only shooting a show, meaning that it's not much different from an offline competition, or the only difference is that there will be camera, and oftentimes they will not know that they will show up on TV, right? The only way they know is when they watch on TV, I'm TV, right? And what's different is that they don't scroll Twitter, they don't search for hot hit comments, they don't search about what happened towards them, right? Only know when their parents show them, look, you're being praised man as extremely talented, or like people tell them, hey, you're on the show, you're extremely good. That's the only way they know, right? Which means that most likely these hate comments or pressure will be blocked off by the crew and their parents or family, in which what resulted in this child is only the experience and the friends and judges they know within this competition itself. Meaning that this expectation is not a big problem at all and can be solved. But second, we try to argue about, oh, this is actually child labor. Because it's weird that they think child actor is not a child labor when children are paid to work as an actor, but children on the outside are simply participating in a show in which they are not paid at all, but simply awarded because they win because of their talent. Right? So question their whole stance about child labor, because if they argue that child labor is wrong, then what is happening on the other house is simply said, right? Because offline competition is also competition, they are also competing. But third, they said, oh, parents will have a lot of unnecessary expectation, like saying, oh, why are you so untalented? What can you go to a talent show, right? We said that this happened not because of talent show, but because their parents did not understand a correct child education. So the problem lies in the mindset of the parent that gives unrealistic expectation. And this actually exists and is even worse on their side of the house, where offline competition make adults think that their children are incapable. But on our side of the house, talent show tells parents that children have their own specialty, like simple skill like cooking to hobby like singing and meaning that children will understand that schooling our children is not wrong and having unrealistic expectation is also wrong. On our side of the house, we're able to provide them with a platform, incentivize and destroy the stigma that a child should be treated like a flower, and also find develop their talent and increase the parents' awareness. Support to proposing.
Thank you, Gladys. That was 7 minutes and 17 seconds. Now, each team will deliver a 4-minute reply speech. We will start with the opposition team. Grace. Time is
Right. Give me a second. Okay. Starting my speech in 3, 2, 1. Government side loses this debate because of two reasons, right? Firstly, all of the harm that they talk about will continue to also exist in their side of the house, but then it's going to happen even worse, right? Because there's no people actually watching these children, and the kind of competition that they will have are the unregulated one, which they're simply just going to ban, right? But and there's literally no people actually making sure that these children are being treated properly, right? Second reason, because there's no explanation on like what exclusive benefit that exists in their side but doesn't exist in our side of the house, right? Because so far, all of the benefits they've been talking about is also existent in our side of the house. But then only in our side of the house, there's exclusive benefits that you can only get in our side, right? So two clashes in this debate. Firstly, which side will actually be able to provide a healthy working environment for these children? And then second clash, which side will be able to bring more benefit to the children? Firstly, right, based on the audience accountability, and we've already explained to you why there's going to be healthy working environment in our side of the house, right? Which is through the audience accountability and then the regulation that is set by the law, right? We said that exactly because audience can take accountability of the companies that is behind these shows. People can actually make sure these children are being treated properly and they're not being overworked, right? But then secondly, there's also regulations that's already in the law in which children are like not allowed to work like outside of these hours and like stuff like that, right? So it essentially all of these healthy working environment will be available in our side exactly because there's going to be audience that is going to continue to watch these companies, right? But then why will company listen to the audience, right? Exactly because all of the profit that goes to these companies are from the audience, right? The reason why these companies is earning profit is because there's already audience watching their shows, right? And the only way they can earn profit is that these audience continue watching their shows. So if they know that these shows are like treating the kids like poorly and like overworking and like basically putting a lot of pressure on these children, we say that audience can stop watching their shows and stop the profit going to these companies, right? Means essentially audience hold the biggest power in the situation. But then even if they try to explain to you, oh, there's going to be things that's going to be hidden in the scenes and stuff, before they explain to you about how basically children cannot lie about what they already experienced, right? And then even if they're actually tired, they're going to be straightforward and there's no way for the shows to even hide that. But then even if this still happens and that they they successfully like passed the show without people noticing. We said that children can also speak outside of these shows in the end of the day, exactly because these children already have popularity, they already have exposure, they're seen as a credible source, and they're not just lying because they're people who actually participated in these shows, right? Secondly, let's not talk about how there's literally no engagement in from their side regarding the argument of like underground illegal shows, which I talked to you about. They will continue to exist in their side, but it's going to continue being unregulated, right? Meaning that there's going to be people that's going to like doing this illegally, despite of the law that exists, and and it's going to be unregulated, right? Because the audience isn't going to take accountability of these companies in the end of the day. But then secondly, which side will actually bring much more benefit to the children, right? They try to explain to you that learning is not exclusive in our side, right? Yes, it's true, but that there's other alternatives for these children to learn, right? But what's exclusive in our side is the kind of learning that exists in a healthy competitive setting that's continuously being watched and checked by the public, right? Meaning that the competition will continue to be healthy because there's going to be people watching over it in the end of the day. Secondly, pressure and competition that will only exist in our side of the house is going to be the healthy competition that's going to continuously being watched, right? In their side of the house, the competition that isn't being broadcasted by the public is going to be even more dangerous, right? There's even more likelihood of children being overworked and being pressured because there's no one taking accountability of those people. And then thirdly, an exclusive benefit in our side is that children have better career opportunities because they already gain exposure in the public, right? This is only exclusive in our side of the house. And even if they try to tell you that, oh, there's no guarantee that these children will have a career, at the very least, in our side, the possibility and the probability of these children having a career is even higher because they're already popular and people already see them and seeing them their potential, right? Lastly, about the arguments of like parents comparing their own children and why they're not that's not
I'm
exclusive,
sorry, your time is
and that's
up.
why our side of the house win this debate. Thank you.
Yeah, you go for 4 minutes and 27 seconds. We will now hear the affirmative team's reply speech to be delivered by Ivy in 4 minutes.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, I'm going to start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Panels, we had a great debate today, and we believe we have won this debate, right? In this debate, we have a few clashes, which are firstly, the perspective of talent shows. Their side of the house states children talent shows are good because it gives good exposure to our children and give them a learning experience even if they lose, and that pressure is okay. However, they forgot the fact that these talent shows are televised. It's shown to the world. You can easily search the contestant's name with one search engine and find videos of them showing their talent. However, the main concern of pressure here is that it still happens in both sides, yes, but the pressure from worldwide and pressure children are going to face when they grow up are not the same. As young children, knowing that everyone around the world knows you and support you is different because these young children are feeling the burden to do better, to win these talent shows, to not disappoint people who support them around the world. Our side has stated our concerns why we want to ban these talent shows, and because it brings more harm to children. We agree that these talent shows can give benefits like exposure for children. However, the cost to these exposures is where there is going to be burden towards the child. They can't make too much mistakes because they are being documented, they are being shown to the world. They aren't being appreciated if they can't win the competition. Even if they gather supporters in the end, they aren't really credited in any financial or guaranteed success if they don't win the competition in the end. Our main clash here is child labor, where their side of the house stated that these talent shows are made to give more chances to children to show their talents. Our side has stated that there are other competitions and ways to show their talent without receiving pressure from mass media. And talent shows are like a race for its contestants where they compete for the final win, but they aren't given any gain when they show up on these talent shows. They aren't paid for it because it's a talent show competition on TV. They said that pressure would be shown on children's faces and that the public can see it. However, we have stated that these talent shows don't show everything that is recorded. It's edited. It shows the good things that can attract the public. Their side stated how they are going to make laws to regulate these talent shows, to follow rules and make sure that they are a good environment for children, which we responded to. How about the procedure behind the talent show? Trainers are going to train these contestants on and on for the motive to win, for the motive to gain support from the public. There is no regulation that can control trainers in the back, because in the end, whether it's a talent show or from trainers, their pressure is to win is still so large and can harm the child's mentality. The consequence is that these children have no idea they have to risk so much when they join talent shows. They didn't know that the talent have are going to bring so much to them as success and something to sacrifice, which is time and their mental state. We've stated how children are indirectly forced to become better and better and exceed their limits when they might have broke already. Their side stated how stated how chances are given to children because judges are going to know their potential, which we do agree if the contestant is lucky enough or talented enough in the eyes of the judge. The unfortunate ones are out of the picture and yes, had the experience of competing and learning more, but as well as exhausting situations during the competition. Pressure to do better and make as less mistakes as possible, because not only the burden to win, but the burden that is being recorded, and these mistakes are recorded. These are watched by millions and can be a scar towards the competitor. Our side has stated to you that the dangers towards a child from talent shows are much more than the benefits, and it can give because it gives no guarantee that the child can gain success from these talent shows. We stated how these harms are worse in talent shows because they are being televised and recorded and might contain certain content that can trigger trauma or unhappy thoughts for the child. They have ignored this fact and keep stating the benefits of talent shows and ignore how it can harm the child in long term. And this is why we have won this debate. Thank you.
Thank you, Ivy. You spoke for 3 minutes and 36 seconds. I guess that concludes our debate competition. Thank you all for participating and huge congratulations for everyone. Huge appreciations to all those impressive academic work, research that went into these debates.
Oke, balik lagi
seru
sama
banget ya yang
kita.
tadi.
Iya, gue nontoninnya di tadi aja kayaknya, waduh panas banget nih, panas.
Suasana panas ya, Her.
Panas banget.
Yo, gila.
Iya. Ini kita udah nonton English debate kan, udah nonton chess juga tadi. Terus selanjutnya kira-kira apa nih, Gev?
Kayaknya ini deh.
Apa tuh? Boleh
Kasih
kali
tahu
di
juaranya
spill.
kali.
Waduh, ini yang paling ditunggu-tunggu nih ya kan? Iya. Jadi sebelum itu gimana nih perasaannya? Udah nonton chess final, udah nonton English debate final, gimana nih perasaannya? Boleh langsung di komen.
Yo, komen guys, jangan malu-malu.
Komen. Nah, abis ini kita bakal ngumumin nih siapa aja yang jadi pemenangnya. Oke.
Yang pertama, kalau nggak salah Rubik dulu ya. Dia nonton.
Iya.
Yo.
Iya, oke.
Kemarin sih Rubiknya ini ya, cepet.
Kenceng banget. Kita langsung lihat aja kali untuk ini tuh, kalian bisa lihat kan?
Muhammad Faiza Koda
dengan 7,7
detik.
Masih ada soft yang lainnya, kita lihat dulu ya kan.
Oh ya.
Oke. Kita lihat ya. Ini saking cepatnya anginnya berasa nih sampai sini nih. Iya. Waduh, sampai sini. Sampai sini anginnya kenceng banget.
Segitu. Buset dah.
Waduh,
8 detik ya, lu bisa enggak ya?
Wah, kalau gua yang main ya, pasti lama. Bukan cepet. Lama. Ini ngomong-ngomong ini juara keberapa nih?
Kayaknya ini juara
berapa?
Wah, juara 1 sih ini kayaknya.
Kita lihat ya kan. Kita lihat dulu soalnya. Mantap banget ya kan. Kalian lihat tuh gerakannya tuh indah memulai ya. Begitu.
Buset. Kalau gua jadi dia
titisannya fresh kali ya.
Bisa. Udah. Kalau gua yang mainin sih 1 menit sih, Han.
Waduh, kayaknya lebih lama deh. Kayak yakin gua 1 menit doang.
Itu tadi juara 1 ya, guys.
Juara 1 ya kan. Selamat untuk siapa tadi?
Kepada
untuk Muhammad Faizia Koda ya untuk
Tuh.
juara 1. Keren
Kamu
banget
sangat
sih ya kan.
hebat.
Iya, saya sangat bangga loh. Aku bangga.
Aku juga
Iya.
bangga.
Nah,
Berikutnya ada siapa nih, Her?
ada siapa nih? Kita lihat lagi. Oke, berarti kita lanjut move on ke fotografi winner di sana.
Weh, ini mah.
Boleh ini foto dari siapa, Gev?
Karania Kalyana Kusnadi.
Wah, ini dari fotonya udah kelihatan ini ya. Apa estetiknya campur sama seni-seni yang nggak bisa dijelaskan gitu loh ya.
Itu lihat deh di screen laptopnya Squid Game.
Nggak boleh tabok. Iya.
Gila. Keren
Ini
sih ini.
Iya, pantas aja juara 1 ya kan.
Ini juara 3, Her.
Juara 1 dong. Gimana
Oh
sih?
iya, juara 1.
Aduh, Game. Minum itu dong.
Blunder.
Itu nggak boleh nyebut merek ya. Minum air. Biar fokus. Langsung gara-gara kita ini langsung aja lanjut ya kan. Lanjut, kita abis ini punya apa nih?
Abis ini
kita punya apa, Gev? Silakan.
Illustration.
Waduh, illustration ini pas dilihat-lihat kemarin itu ini banget ya. Keren banget.
Semua, Her. Buset dah.
Nah, kita punya nih favorite winner dari seorang Rizka Amalia Hapsari.
Nah, jadi kita akan deskripsiin gambarnya ya.
Kita bisa mengerti suatu seni gitu loh. Kita kan orang seni. Waduh.
Orang seni.
Langsung dijelasin Bung Gevaldi, silakan waktu dan
jadi
tempat.
di sebelah kiri bagian atas adalah ilustrasi mitologi Indonesia, yaitu adalah orang Bati.
Iya, apa tuh? Ini ya, apa? Salah satu itulah ya dari Indonesia.
Iya.
Keren ya, realistik. Lanjut, Bung Gev.
Orang Bati merupakan hewan mitologi yang beredar di sekitar Pulau Seram, Maluku.
Apalagi tuh yang fakta-fakta lagi? Ada gak fakta-faktanya lagi?
Udah itu aja deh, kita lanjut aja.
Padahal ini tuh kayaknya kita baru lihat langsung berasa feel-nya ya kan. Iya. Kayaknya dapet banget gitu ya.
Iya.
Waduh.
Oh ya lupa, ini dari Rizka Amalia Hapsari. Congrats Rizka.
Congrats. Lanjut kali ya, kita masih banyak nih. Next, illustration favorite winner kita lihat dimenangkan oleh siapa? Nadia Josephine dengan judul illustration. Second winner ini.
Oh ini iya second winner.
Second winner, keren banget sih.
Wah ini keren sih.
Iya.
Itu.
Nah judulnya apa nih?
Judulnya apa ya?
Baca dong, Judgment. Widih, ini keren banget sih Judgment.
Itu Medusa kah?
Hah? Medusa?
Iya itu Medusa.
Oh iya rambutnya ular ya. Keren banget. Yang putih siapa tuh yang putih?
Nggak tahu deh.
Oke, jadi karena gue mengerti ya tentang seni-seni ini gue jelasin nih. Jadi maksud dari ilustrasi ini tuh ini ilustrasinya terinspirasi dari kisah Perseus yang menaiki makhluk mitologi Pegasus yang ditugaskan Dewi Perang Athena untuk melawan Medusa. Jadi ceritanya mereka mau perang nih.
Keren.
Waduh, keren banget.
Idenya ada aja ya mereka ya.
Iya, keren banget. Lanjut gak sih, Ges?
Lanjut nih. Ini kayaknya yang juara 1 nih abis ini nih. Ayo ya.
Iya, langsung
lu sabar
aja.
Gak ya?
Waduh, gue sabar lah. Gue sabar soalnya orangnya.
Aduh, siapa ya?
Aduh, backsound. Langsung dikasih lihat illustration first winner dimenangkan oleh seorang
Shinri Abil ya Leo Renz. Sorry kalau namanya nggak benar.
Leo Renz, oke?
Ya.
Oke, dengan judul illustrationnya Rangda Queen of Leax.
Leax.
Aduh.
Seperti namanya Leax, pasti ini adalah
Dari mana tuh?
dari Bali.
Dari Bali. Ciri
Jadi
khasnya ini
saya
banget.
jelasin ya.
Jelasin, silakan.
Jadi Rangda adalah ratu dari para leak dalam mitologi Bali. Serem ya, Her?
Iya. Tapi bisa digambarnya bagus banget ya.
Iya loh.
Menceritakan dan menjelaskan tentang sejarahnya itu in one picture itu many meanings. Widih, so Inggris dulu ya kan.
Sampai nggak bisa berkata-kata ya, Her?
Iya. Widih. Oke. Ini kita udah ke first winner. Ini selamat ya untuk
Shinri. Dan juga semua.
Tepuk tangan dong, tepuk tangan. Lanjut
Lanjut lah, bro.
Oke. Kita next punya apa nih kira-kira? Chess winner tadi yang kita udah nonton nih.
Oh, iya.
Sangat sengit. Dari siapa, Gev? Boleh nih, jagoan lu.
Oke, yang pertama, yang kedua ini. Ini ada Cerista Joan. Oh, ini yang Joan ya.
Oh, Dewa Kipas Joan. Iya.
Joannya Nungki.
Tadi dari gerak-gerakannya pas belum final aja udah kelihatan kayak gerakan juara gitu loh ya.
Oh, player.
Iya, nggak diragukan lagi sih.
Yoi.
Selamat ya buat
Joan.
Ya, tepuk tangan lagi.
Aku bangga, Joan.
Selamat. Panutan. Langsung kita lanjut lagi untuk mempersingkat waktu di sini.
Soalnya abis ini ada apa, Her?
Aduh. Ini yang ditunggu-tunggu ini sih pasti sih.
Iya.
Lanjut dulu gak sih? Jangan out of the topic dulu. Kita bahas tentang.
Oh, ini match yang paling sengit ya?
Iya.
Ini lanjutannya kah?
Ini wah. Ini sih seru banget. Ya ampun.
Seru banget.
Kita lihat di sini. Tuh dari gerakannya aja Joan tuh udah kelihatan banget ya. Nyerang banget, maju ke depan tanpa batas. Iya. Tanpa batas. Di sini langsung suren si ini ya.
Iya kah?
Iya, langsung menang juara 1
Joan sekali lagi kan.
Kepada Joan ya kan.
Keren, kamu keren.
Keren, saya bangga. Abis ini kita move on dulu ya kan. Kita belajar move on gitu, oke?
Belajar move on.
Iya, Gevaldi harus belajar banyak sih.
Halo.
Iya. Oke, kita next punya apa nih, Bung Gev?
Yang dance itu loh ya.
Aduh, ini kesukaan Gevaldi nih.
Jangan gitu. Ntar gue dipandang, wah parah banget.
Aduh.
Jangan gitu lah.
Udah, kita langsung lihat aja ya kan, tanpa basa-basi. Langsung kita lihat. Di sini juara 3 dimenangkan oleh siapa, Gev?
Leviandra Bulan dan Kalista Liza.
Oke. Kita lihat dulu ya kan, kita lihat ya.
Keren banget ya.
Kita lihat dulu.
우리 둘 사이 거리 손에 닿을 듯 하지만 baby 다시 떠나 난 몰래 좀 쉽진 않지 집중해봐 눈 감아 셌을 테니 나를 찾아봐 넌 아마 이리저리 헤맬지도 몰라 You're going crazy
Oke, Bung Gev balik
Waduh,
lagi ke kita.
keren banget ya.
Kita jadi kita gimana nih pendapat lu, Gev?
Nih, kalau
Waduh.
misalnya ntar subscriber ini apa? Ultimate Cup nembus
Apa tuh?
1000 subscriber.
Kita traktir.
Enggak, jangan traktir lah. Nanti Gevaldi dan Harrison nari kayak gitu ya, Her.
Waduh, iya kita nari ya kan. Kita jadi juri dulu deh. Kita jadi juri mendadak kan.
Oh, ya.
Gimana
Tadi sih,
nih?
aduh, 10 of the 10. Keren banget.
Aduh.
Ya udah.
Oke. Dari power, dari semuanya, dari segala sisi dapat ya.
Fleksibel banget lah pokoknya dah.
Iya, pokoknya bagus. Lanjut aja gak sih ke
Lanjut
second
lah, bro.
winner? Gue udah penasaran banget nih yang jadi juara satu siapa. Aduh, di sini kita punya yang kedua. Siapa ini, guys?
Santi Untario.
Widih. Kita lihat dulu ya kan.
Yes, I be your woman. Yes, I be your baby. Yes, I be whatever that you tell me when you're ready. Yes, I be your girl, forever your lady. You ain't never gotta worry, I'm down for you, baby. Best believe that, when you need that, I'll provide that. You will always have it. I'll be on deck, keep it in check. When you need that, I'ma let you have it. Beating my drum like dum diddy day.
Oke, Bung Gev balik lagi sama kita ya kan.
Lentur banget
nih?
loh, fleksibel.
Aduh. Ini keren banget sih ya. Udah bisa sampai second winner tuh udah keren banget ya.
Congrats.
Iya, congrats untuk yang menang ya. Ini gue penasaran nih yang juara satu siapa nih? Penasaran
Iya,
gak,
sama dari tadi.
Sebelum ke sono back sound dulu dong, back sound.
Oh iya,
Iya, langsung kita lihat.
Parah banget gue dibayar sama buat back sound.
Ayo back sound.
Ayo.
Kita lihat langsung. Siapa nih? Iya. Siapa ini juara satu, Gev?
Oh, Kiara Zenfanya Setiawan.
Yes, I be your girl,
Saksikan, guys.
forever your lady. You ain't never gotta worry, I'm down for you, baby. Best believe that, when you need that, I'll provide that. You will always have it. I'll be on deck, keep it in check. When you need that, I'ma let you have it. Beating my drum like dum diddy day. I like the dirty rhythm you play. I wanna hear you calling my name like, hey mama, mama, hey mama, mama. Banging the drum like dum diddy day. I know you want it in the worst way. I wanna hear you calling my name like, hey mama, mama, hey mama.
Oke, balik lagi sama kita.
Keren banget itu.
Akhirnya gue tahu nih.
Kiara ya namanya ya?
Iya.
Buset.
Juara satu, keren banget.
Lentur banget, Her, kayak fleksibel.
Aduh.
Lu bisa gak, Her?
Gue kalau di sana sih, aduh, nggak bisa ya, langsung patah tulang gue.
Langsung patah.
Iya, langsung patah. Gimana nih? Menurut lu gimana nih?
Ini 100 out of 10.
Waduh.
Iya.
Udah melebihi batas ya kan?
Udah.
Iya, namanya juga udah juara satu sih.
Yo, iya.
Nggak ragu lagi. Ini kita udah ngeliat juara 3, juara 2, juara 1 dari cover dance ya kan. Terus gimana nih? Apakah masih menonton di sana? Apakah masih enjoy di sana? Sebelum kita lanjut ke pengumuman berikutnya.
Crashing down
Oke, balik lagi sama kita.
Keren banget
Ih,
tadi.
ini gimana nih? Sumpah, ini dari juara 1 nggak salah sih, nggak salah pilih ya kan?
Iya, itu dia
Bagus
kayak
banget.
membawa alam-alam gimana gitu.
Iya, udah berpengalaman kayaknya nih. Kayak
Iya.
siap-siap di hire jadi kameramennya kita nih.
Hehehe.
Nanti ditunggu DM-annya ya kan.
Kita
Oh,
nih Harrison.
iyalah. Itu bagus banget dan dia shotnya pas banget, terus bisa jadi kayak gitu, terus musiknya mendukung, itu kayaknya gimana banget gitu ya kan. Gimana
Kayak
gitu menurut lo?
di hati itu enak banget sumpah. Kayak
Iya.
chill gitu. Aduh, keren banget dah pokoknya.
Bawa
The best dah.
jadinya iya itu speechless, gue udah gak bisa ngomong apa
Iya.
lagi sih.
Keren.
Saking bagusnya. Congrats ya untuk Huda ya tadi ya. Congrats. Tepuk tangan. Oke. Tanpa lama-lama kita lanjutin lagi gak sih ke pengumuman berikutnya?
Yoilah.
Lanjutnya kita ada apa nih, Jeff? Pengumuman lomba apa nih?
Yang tadi yang panas-panas.
Aduh, panas-panas tapi gak ada drama ya kan?
Yoi.
Siapa nih yang menang? Boleh dibacain.
Oke. Yang pertama ada English Debate Winner. Sekolah Maitreya Wira Batam. Ada Fiona Theo.
Sabar, Gev. Jangan dilewatin satunya.
Hah?
Beda
oh iya,
ini.
Satu. Kelihatan. Sorry. Batam 1, ya.
Siapa aja tuh timnya?
Ada Fiona Theo. Terus ada siapa lagi ya? Ada
Deslin Chandra. Terus ya, terakhir
juga
siapa?
Ada Gladys.
Oke. Ini dari tadi ini pas kita nontonin finalnya kayaknya seru banget ya, panas begitu ya kan. Gak mau ngalah dari dua-duanya gitu kan.
Wah,
jadi
gak gitu juga. Iya gitu.
Iya kan, betul ya.
Namanya juga English Debate ya.
Iya, debat. Itu debate itu bukan sih kartu debat. Itu.
Garing.
Klopok. lanjut. Habis ini kita punya song cover ya kan, langsung aja. Oke.
Mencintai kamu, sangat mencintai kamu, berjalan bersamanya selama kamu denganku. Begitu rumitnya dunia hanya karena sebuah rasa cinta. Jadilah aku, kamu, dan dirinya berada di dalam dusta yang tercipta. Mengapakah harus kurasa sepenting itukah dusta yang tercipta. Mengapakah harus ku rasa sepenting itukah cintamu? Kita berawal karena cinta, biarlah cinta yang mengakhiri. Mengapakah harus kerasa sepenting itukah ego berkita pada wargana cinta, biarlah cinta yang mengakhiri. Kamu dihadapkan pilihan antara aku dan dia. Begitu rumitnya dunia hanya karena sebuah rasa cinta.
Oke, balik
Iya,
lagi sama
asik.
kita. Itu
Merinding banget gua.
Terjadi gempa bumi di
Nih,
sini
lihat,
ya
merinding
kali.
banget, Her.
Tapi amit-amit, Cok. Amit-amit. Enggak,
Kok
bercanda doang.
amit-amit?
Tidak mendengar.
Parah lu. Kok amit-amit sih?
Lu enggak. Ya udah skip aja
Maksudnya
lu.
merinding karena suaranya bagus banget.
Oh, bukan. Tadi saya ngomong yang lain ya. Mohon maaf. Tidak didengar, enggak apa-apa. Iya, udah jangan skip aja, skip. Gimana
Ya,
nih
skip
perasaannya?
ya.
Iya,
Pokoknya itu keren
skip.
banget deh. Pokoknya dia
Ya,
bisa
keren
jadi
banget.
Indonesia top idol nyanyi.
Iya. Ya Fadi bulunya sampai itu tuh berdiri bulu tangannya.
Iya. Congrats ya untuk
Saking
siapa tadi
main.
namanya? Congrats untuk
Sila.
Congrats untuk pemenangnya, semua pemenang. Semoga
Iya.
ini dah.
Untuk bukan dari song cover doang, dari semua lomba.
Iya,
Kita udah
maksud
banyak
saya.
ada apa aja. Iya, dari semuanya pokoknya ya kan. Singkat, padat, dan jelas. Oke. Buat yang belum juara jangan bersedih-sedih dulu ya kan. Yang kalian nggak mungkin bukan juara sekarang tapi kalian dapat pengalaman. Widih.
Iya.
Gue bijak banget sumpah.
Bijak lah.
Iya,
bijak.
Lanjut, Gev.
Abis ini ada apa nih, Her?
Wah, ini sih yang paling ditunggu-tunggu sama ini ya. Kita bakal ada break dulu. Abis itu kita bakal break sampai 7.10 ya kan.
Itu yang ditunggu-tunggu kita ya, Her.
Iya. Abis itu ada yang ditunggu-tunggu sama yang lain.
Iya.
Apa tuh? Bacain.
Nah, ini tadi kan udah. Berarti dari jam 7.10 sampai jam 7.50. Ini yang ditunggu-tunggu para cewek-cewek.
Waduh.
Ada apa tuh, Her?
Ada apa tuh? QnA plus meet and greet with Gabriel Prince.
Aku nggak sabar.
Waduh. Gue pengen meet and greet.
Iya, aku juga.
Iya.
Ya udah, guys, kita break dulu ya.
Kita sampai sini dulu. Cukup untuk Prince KW-KW-an. Nanti kalian ketemu sama Prince yang ori, ya kan? Oke. Itu aja dari kita. Thank you udah mau nemenin kita ya kan? Kita signing out. Bye-bye. Thank you. Harrison pamit. Bye-bye.
Universitas Multimedia Nusantara adalah universitas berbasis teknologi terakreditasi institusi A. UMN memiliki 4 fakultas dan 13 program studi antara lain Informatika, Sistem Informasi, Teknik Komputer, Teknik Elektro, Teknik Fisika, Manajemen, Akuntansi, Perhotelan, Strategic Communication, Multimedia Journalism, Desain Komunikasi Visual, Film, dan Arsitektur. Selain mendidik mahasiswa menjadi profesional, UMN juga mendidik mahasiswanya untuk menjadi entrepreneur melalui program Skystar Ventures. Untuk mengembangkan soft skill mahasiswa, UMN menyediakan berbagai unit kegiatan mahasiswa. UMN juga memiliki berbagai fasilitas yang sesuai standar industri. UMN, Excellent Career begins with excellent education.
Nah, jadi tunggu apa lagi? Universitas Multimedia Nusantara adalah universitas berbasis teknologi terakreditasi institusi A. UMN memiliki 4 fakultas dan 13 program studi antara lain Informatika, Sistem Informasi, Teknik Komputer, Teknik Elektro, Teknik Fisika, Manajemen, Akuntansi, Perhotelan, Strategic Communication, Multimedia Journalism, Desain Komunikasi Visual, Film, dan Arsitektur. Selain mendidik mahasiswa menjadi profesional, UMN juga mendidik mahasiswanya untuk menjadi entrepreneur melalui program Skystar Ventures. Untuk mengembangkan soft skill mahasiswa, UMN menyediakan berbagai unit kegiatan mahasiswa. UMN juga memiliki berbagai fasilitas yang sesuai standar industri. UMN, Excellent Career begins with excellent education.
Good evening, everyone. Hello. So, my name is Zavita Veronica. I'm today here with me is.
I'm Jesslyn Emanuele. Hi, guys.
Yeah. And today we're gonna be the host for the Q&A for the Gabriel Prince. Gabriel,
Our
sorry.
guest star, yeah, Gabriel Prince. So maybe we can talk a little about him. Who is he, Evita?
He is a content creator, musician, TikTok star. Ya gitu lah ya. Ya intinya kalian tahu lah ya pasti lah Gabriel Prince, siapa yang nggak tahu ya nggak?
Iya.
Yeah, we all know, right? So, pertama-tama kita kasih Gabriel Prince dulu sendiri ya, perkenalin diri sendiri, cause like we just said content creator, musician, etc. You might want more info out there, ya, be spin. Ya, perkenalan diri lah, silakan ya Gabriel Prince.
Silakan.
All right. So hello everyone. Well, my name's Gabriel Prince. I'm 17 years old, and yeah, so I'm from Indonesia. A lot of people kind of confuse my nationality, but I'm Indonesian. My hobby dari kecil has always been singing, everything that's related to music, and I hope to continue doing that for the future as well. So that's my main focus right now, and yeah, I have seven siblings, so it's quite a big family at home. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
7 siblings? Wow.
Wow.
Well,
it's a huge family.
Yeah.
Huge. Okay, so next, let's talk about like plans. Something in the future. Do you have anything? You got your second single or something. In the future.
Your fans really want to know about that.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, I posted a question box earlier on my Instagram actually, and a lot of the replies were kapan second single-nya bakal release, kapan second single-nya bakal release. So yeah, I mean it's gonna be releasing sometime this month or next month hopefully, karena kemarin kebetulan baru workshop untuk singlenya dan baru dapat lyricsnya, baru dapat tune-nya juga, jadi hopefully we'll be able to wrap it up by next month being the latest. So yeah, very excited.
Hey, you guys should look forward to that. Don't forget to check that out later.
Yeah, while we wait for the second single, for now, stream the first single, Solicitude. Yeah, guys, on Spotify. Yeah, check it out.
It's really good.
Thank you so much.
No big. Okay, first of all, let's just get into the questions, right? Kita mulai aja
Got these
pertanyaannya.
questions itu dari Instagram Q&A box. Jadi ini tuh kayaknya dari fans-fansnya Prince semua questionsnya. So, be ready?
Ready. Aku udah ready ya. Okay, so pertama ya. Hah? Ya emang lu like bopong.
Okay, should we start?
Should we start with the questions?
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Prince, what's a song genre that you'd like to release or explore more in?
A song genre that I would like to explore more in. Maybe more to like jazz. I love like jazzy songs. I feel like it suits my voice quite well as well. Because whenever I'm like singing in my shower, it's always like, Justin Timberlake or like what? Yeah, just songs like that, and just it really gets me in the mood. What else? Yeah, like I really want to try like R&B soul. Yeah, maybe to like more to like jazz and R&B soul. I feel like those two music genres are very, they're very interesting, and I like listening to them. So I would love to sing a song that's related to that genre.
We'll be waiting on that one.
Yeah, jazz and R&B. That's it's pretty interesting. Jazz is cool. Okay, so next question. What does music mean to you? Got any special meanings? Yeah. What does music?
What does music mean to me? I feel like music has a different meaning to every person, but I feel like we all have one like general idea of it. It just kind of like it gives you. For me at least, music gives me motivation to start my day. Music helps me, relax. It helps me like focus. There's so much different things that music can help you in your day-to-day life. So yeah, I guess it just means that I don't really know how to answer this question actually, because music has so much meaning. Like there isn't one answer to this. It's different for every person. But for me, specifically, it just means having something to give you motivation when you're bored, having something to listen to when you're happy, having something to listen to when you're sad. It's like your best friend. That's what it means to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question, Jess.
Oh yeah, next question. What made you realize that you wanted to become a singer?
What made me realize that I want to become a singer? Well, this all kind of happened in a flash. Like it just suddenly happened. So, yeah, I guess I honestly speaking, like as a kid, I didn't really think that I was gonna become a singer, or at least like not become a singer this fast, you know. But I've always been inspired by my mom, because my mom dulu, like, she was really like intertwined with the entertainment industry. She also sang as well. My whole family is also really musical. Jadi, I guess just from there, like I wanted to explore what I could do with music. And pernah di satu kali kayak pas di mall gitu kan. I was in a mall, and then I was singing a song like in the fitting room, and this guy like comes up to me. He's like, "Dude, you have a really good voice."
Whoa.
And then I was like, "Oh wait, okay, yeah, maybe this is what I want to do." Like I was such a, I was at such a young age, but I kind of just knew like I wanted to do something with music in the future. But cuman gak nyangka aja bakal secepat ini. And I'm just thankful for the process.
Iya
Yeah.
sih, oke.
Okay, snap, you're a singer now, you know. Lebih lah ya.
Emang cepet banget sih, suddenly ya, boom.
Suddenly
quit.
banget. Jadi, yeah, the transition, having to transition from someone yang lumayan shy waktu itu to someone yang harus put themselves out there, you know, it's a huge transition, and I'm just grateful that I've had a very good support system around me. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So, next question is, if you have a chance to hold a big music concert abroad, in which country will it be? You know, like where are you planning? You know, first country, where?
First country. Maybe Korea.
Oh.
Yeah. Korea.
Why? Is it because it's like, got a bunch of pretty ladies or what?
No, not really. I just like, okay, so a little backstory. Like, dulu kan kayak I really didn't like, okay, it's not that I really didn't like, I just wasn't interested in K-pop kan. Wasn't interested in K-pop, didn't get the hype about K-dramas or anything. But then as of recently, I tried like watching this K-drama, namanya It's Gonna Be Okay. And then
Okay.
my friend told me to like listen to like a couple like K-pop songs, and so I listened to a lot of Blackpink. I literally love all the members, and then yeah, just like a lot of like, and then I kind of like I got super interested in like, the music and like the language itself. Like I feel like it's a very interesting language. It's a very simple and beautiful language, and the culture there is also like pretty unique, and it's like it's one of the most like popular things out there right now, right? K-pop and K-dramas. So I would just love to be a part of that world as well. And yeah, if I were to have my first like big concert, it would be great to have it in Korea.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question then. About your first single, what's your favorite part about that?
My favorite part of my first single. Well, yang pertama-tama, well, definitely because it has such a deep meaning to it. Like when I first read the lyrics, I fell in love with the, with the lyrics, because it has such a deep meaning, and so many of us can relate to it as well. Jadi, yeah, it's just, I guess, the meaning of the song and the vibe that it kind of brings. Because I don't know about everyone here or you guys, when I first listened and read the lyrics of Solicitude, I genuinely felt like someone was hugging me, because I feel like the lyrics, like what I mean by that is like the lyrics, they're super relatable and they're super deep, and it correlates to each and every person. I'm pretty sure everyone has felt lonely or felt like they needed someone to love them in their lives, right? Solicitude really talks about that, and yeah, I feel like it just it's a song for everyone, which is what I love. Like it just brings everyone together.
Okay, guys, you heard that. Listen to it, guys. It's on Spotify.
Tuh, sebagus
Okay.
itu.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. By the way, it has like 900,000 streams now, which is pretty insane.
Wow, that's a
Yeah.
big number. Yo, let 1
It
mil
is.
when? Yes,
Tanggung,
that's crazy.
tanggung.
Tanggung ya makanya. Okay, next question is
question?
if you can only choose one word, pick one word to describe the Prince Addicts. You know, your fans.
Fan base.
One word. I can't describe it in one word because there's so many words. But yeah, they are supportive, for sure. Yeah, that's the one word I use. Like supportive. You guys, whenever they see me doing something new, whenever they see me collabing with a new like brand or just anything in general, like they're always like so supportive of it. Like they always repost it and they're always like in my DMs like, you know, good luck, Prince. Like I support you and that stuff. Like honestly means the world to me.
That's so
Like they're so sweet. Yeah.
Prince Addicts, you guys are adorable. Okay, next question.
Oh yeah, next question. Do you plan on holding a full meet and greet session?
Yes, actually, and very soon as well. I'm planning to host one very soon. So stay tuned.
Oh,
I'm
guys,
not
stay
allowed to say
tuned.
when.
Spoiler nih.
Stay
But yeah,
tuned.
soon,
guys.
very soon.
Meet and greet. Heck yeah. Okay. Next question. This is in Indonesian. Okay.
Yeah.
So, apa hal yang ingin sekali dicoba? Kayak bucket list gitu. Like what's the top
Whatever.
on the top
Okay.
of your bucket list?
Apa ya? The thing is, like, I can't think of things from the back of my head, so I have to like give me a second.
Take
Apa
your
ya?
time.
What's the one thing that I really want to do? Maybe skydiving actually, or bungee jumping. Cause
Wow.
I'm such an adrenaline seeker. Like I love adrenaline, and I feel like skydiving or like apa bungee jumping, like it just gives you such a big adrenaline rush, and I love that feeling so much. So those two are probably the top ones on my bucket list.
Skydiving is a really big thing, dude. Okay, well, jumping out of airplanes.
Sort of,
I'm not
it's
doing that.
like scary, but the thrill you get from it, I think, is what makes it like fun.
Yeah. I'm not doing that. Okay, next question. Yeah, Jocelyn, you can give the next question.
Oh no. Okay.
No?
Okay, Prince. What or who is your motivation in doing music?
Or what is my motivation in doing music? Well, my mentor for one. The first is my mom, of course, because she's one of my biggest supporters out there, and she pretty much knows like everything about this industry and music itself. Like, so I always go to my mom for anything, really. So, number one is my mom. Number two is my mentor, Teo Cha. I'm sure you guys know her. She is such a great mentor. Like, I can't stress enough how good she is. She understands what I want, in terms of like what I want in my music, my vocals, like everything about that. She just knows it, like without me having to say. So those two people are probably my biggest like motivations or inspirations, I guess. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, next question. How's the progress of the concert you mentioned a while ago, the Korea X Indo concert?
Ooh, I'm not sure kalau aku boleh spill all back, tapi
Progresnya aja udah sampai mana kira-kira?
Progressnya, well, we've actually been doing a lot to prepare. For one, I'm taking Korean classes. Well, in terms of the concert, we're just like we've been doing a lot of like band rehearsals. We've been doing a lot of vocal checks, just making sure that my voice is ready and is fit for the songs that I chose to sing. But that's all I can say so far, because the rest cannot be.
Okay, that's good enough.
Forward to the concert. Yeah, don't forget to buy the tickets, dudes, because you can see him sing. Okay, next.
This is a long one, quite specific actually. It's about your future plans. Do you have any other university you want to go to besides the University of Amsterdam? Your dream university.
Well, okay. So other than University of Amsterdam, this is actually a good question. Karena aku baru pikirin ini actually, like I just thought about this a month ago. But
Wow.
I'm the type of person that always likes to just have one choice. Like I don't want other options because I feel like kalau misalnya I have too much options, then I'm just gonna end up like being super like picky and like not knowing what to choose. So I just want to stick with one. Tapi I always have to have, you guys always have to have a backup plan, right? So other than University of Amsterdam, I'm probably thinking about going to University of Melbourne.
Oh.
Or yeah, just University of Melbourne. Because yeah, I don't know. A lot of
Not
my
too much
friends,
choices.
a lot of my friends are going there, and I have never been to Melbourne actually. So I would love to experience life there as well.
How about the major that you plan to take, maybe?
Major I'm planning to take is musical arts.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, musical arts. So you're
Musical
gonna like
art.
fully delve into this like music thing, huh?
Hopefully that is the plan. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. You're good
Yeah.
luck with that.
Thank you.
Good luck. Okay, so next question. If you didn't choose to pursue a career in the entertainment industry, what you'd be up to right now?
Honestly, I feel like I would just be focusing on school really. Well, I'm focusing on school now, but I feel like my main focus would just be based on school. And I've always wanted to open like my own like shop like on Instagram. Like you know those like cookie shops or like just those food related like businesses. I'd probably open my own. You guys, a lot of you may know, like you guys might not know this, but I had a milk tea brand a while back called Te Amo by Prince. And so if I wasn't a part of this industry, I'd probably be, making the same thing because I've always been interested in making those type of things. So other than school, making food businesses or just like finding ways to make my own money because I always like having my own pocket money,
Wow, your business thinking in your head. Okay, yeah.
Next question. The languages you speak. What language?
Languages I speak. Well, I wish I could say 3 languages, but I'm not too fluent in Chinese or Korean.
Still learning.
Jadi, the only 2 languages I'm fluent in is, unfortunately, Indonesian and English. But Chinese I can understand quite a bit, and I can only say like the simple words. Yeah.
Well, at least you can say simple words, right? Yeah. No, better
That's
than
a start.
nothing.
That's a start.
But that's a start. Yeah, that's a start. Yeah. Okay. Next question. This is a pretty deep question. This can be, give it
Quite personal.
Quite personal. So, have you ever felt insecure or stressed, and how you cope with those kinds of negative feelings?
Well, I feel like semua orang pasti udah merasakan kayak insecure or stressed about certain things in life because it's kind of inevitable. It's kind of inevitable. You feel those things because of I guess like your surrounding is what makes you feel those type of things, right? So, yeah, I was quite insecure dulu about my voice actually, my singing voice, because even though a lot of people around me were telling me my voice was good, I just never felt confident enough to sing in front of people because I was always insecure of their judgment. And I've always felt like so many other people had, better voices than I did. And so I guess that was kind of like one of my insecurities. But yeah, everyone goes through that. Everyone gets stressed as well. Stress, I was pretty stressed like last year because of the of IB. You guys know IB?
No.
Well, it's a school curriculum basically. So it yeah, you have to do a ton of things in IB, and it's super stressful if you don't like put your 100% into it, and if that isn't your main focus. So yeah, everyone goes through it, but it's normal. It's just a matter of how you choose to deal with your stress or your insecurities, and the people around you really do affect how you feel as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you cope with the feelings? Do you like listen to music or like watch a bunch of movies? Find out of it, yeah.
Well, I used to listen to a lot of music, but I found that didn't really help. Honestly, the number one thing that really helped was just talking to people. talking to my friends, talking to people I considered were my inner circle. Even though it's kind of like you guys, when you're like stressed or like when you're mad or sad, for example, like you don't feel like talking to anyone, right? You kind of shut everyone out. But it genuinely does help, like talking to people about your problems, having one-on-one conversations with people. It feels great. It feels like a weight's been lifted off your chest. So yeah, try that sometime.
Try that, guys. Talk to people,
Talk to people.
Yeah, if you don't have friends, talk to your family, right? So, okay, next question.
Oke. Ini Indonesia ya. Bagaimana tanggapan keluarga and yourself saat melihat Prince yang dulu namanya belum begitu besar menjadi seperti sekarang?
Well, untuk keluarga aku belum bisa jawab karena mereka nggak di sini sekarang.
Okay.
Yeah, for myself, buat diri aku sendiri, it's definitely I don't know. I feel like it's just a big change. Like I used to be the type of person that nggak ada post di IG, post kayak story aja mungkin kayak 2 kali setahun mungkin, kayak aku bener-bener nggak on social media sama sekali. And I didn't really have like, a lot of friends. I kind of kept my circle like very, very small. But, this kind of happened like all of a sudden, and I guess I'm really proud of the things I was able to achieve. Of course, thanks to my supporters, and I'm happy that I have a platform, of people that are here to actually support me, because it's just a great, feeling to have. To know that these people are here to actually support you. There's so much you can do with this platform as well. Like you can help people. You can put things out there and have people actually listen to you. It's just great. But it was definitely a huge shock and a huge change that I had to go through. But I'm getting there, like step by step. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for the answer. So next question. We have, this is probably from a Filipino fan, because the next question is, any plans on visiting the Philippines?
Any plans on visiting the Philippines? Hopefully soon, because I get this question a lot as well. But yeah, I haven't made any plans for this year, but hopefully next year I get to go when the Corona situation lessens a bit. then I'll probably go. Yeah, I really do want to visit though.
You know any Tagalog phrases or something? Like.
I do know one. It's mahal kita. It means.
Oh yeah, it's the I love you thing, right? Nice.
Yeah.
Mahal kita. So all you Filipino fans out there, he just fan service. Okay, next. Next question.
Next, do you play any games?
Very simple.
Very simple.
No, not really. I play, the only 2 games I play, don't laugh, is like Minecraft and Roblox. Because me and my friends, dulu, when I was a kid, like we used to play Minecraft for fun. And I don't know, I feel like a lot of people still play to this day. So yeah, whenever I'm bored, whenever bener-bener kayak nggak ngapain sama sekali, I either go on Minecraft or Roblox. Because I don't really like enjoy playing. What games do people play these days? Like ML or Valorant or like Fortnite? Like I don't I don't know. I feel like I'm just not good at it, so I don't even want to bother trying. So, yeah.
I mean, Minecraft is fun. I get that. I play Minecraft.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's good.
I think everybody played that before. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
I don't know about Roblox though, but Minecraft, heck yeah, I agree.
Oh, Roblox is fun.
Yeah, no, Minecraft, I'm Minecraft gang. Okay, next question. Indo ya. Kalau ditawarin main drama mau nggak? Wah, ini.
Yeah, I mean, selain jadi penyanyi, I want to explore all parts of this, entertainment industry. So I would love to be a part of a drama if I could.
Wow,
Yeah.
genre-nya?
I don't know. I'm open to anything, honestly. I just want to try anything out.
Drama Indo
I'm
mungkin,
open to all
drakor.
Sinetron ya?
Drama Indo, drakor, sinetron. I don't think would be. Yeah, I don't think I'd be like. I'd probably not do sinetron, but drama Indo Drakor, then sure, yeah.
Wow. Okay. So we can look forward to that, guys.
Maybe in a few years.
Maybe in a few years. Yeah.
Maybe. Okay. So last question. Ada lagi nanti ya. Kalian kalau ini kan last question kita nih. Nah, kalau kalian masih ada pertanyaan lagi yang belum ditanyain, silakan komen ya di YouTube nanti kita pilih. Okay, we can do one more. Maybe YouTube question. Okay, so yes, just silakan.
Oh yeah, your puppy. We heard you just got a puppy.
Yes. How did you guys know that?
Actually, not us, but your fans.
Oh, okay.
What's your puppy's new breed? What's your new puppy's breed?
It's the Siberian Husky. He's like my favorite person ever right now.
Husky. Wow.
Yeah, it's a Siberian Husky. His name is Zion. He's 2 months old. Yeah. Do you guys actually? No, I wish I could throw a picture of him right now, but I'm using my phone. Yeah, but he's the cutest thing ever.
Oh, it's a husky.
Yeah, it's a husky.
Okay, so
husky loves to sing. A celebrity?
Random. Yeah, husky likes to sing. You're right.
There's another question actually. This is the last one from Instagram
that we've prepared. So, who is a celebrity that you'd like to meet in person?
There are so much I can think of right now, honestly.
Yo, mention all of them. List them.
Okay. I would love to meet Madison Beer.
Of course.
And Nina Dobrev.
Oh.
Blake Lively. I would love to meet Jaden Smith because he's such an icon.
Oh,
like he's literally a living icon. Oh, Evan Mock, if you guys know him. Evan Mock is like one of my like style inspirations. He's just overall such a vibey person. Who else? Do you guys know Han So-hee? I think that's her name.
Han So-hee. Yeah.
Honestly, if I list all of them out, like it would take like hours. Yeah, I'll just list that for now. Oh, Ariana Grande. I forgot about Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande.
Yeah,
of course.
I've had the biggest crush on her ever since I was like 7 years old.
7? I mean, okay. Okay, so just got like 5 more minutes, I think. This question is pretty popping up really often. It's like, what's your skincare routine?
Yeah, your skin is like, it's good.
My skincare routine. So I had one actually a couple months back. I tried out the 10-step skincare routine because my friend recommended it to me, and ternyata nggak cocok sama kulit aku, and it made me break out. Actually, it made me break out a lot, and so I stopped doing it. And so now I'm just doing toner, moisturizer, sunscreen. That's pretty much it.
So guys.
Yeah.
Moisturizer is important.
Minum air putih. Drink a lot of water.
Of course.
Yeah.
Stay hydrated.
Y'all dehydrated kids, drink water.
Yeah.
You're like Prince, yeah? Who knows?
Okay, this one is quite random. Actually, Prince lebih suka dangdut atau koplo ya?
Apa ya? Gak tahu. Karena I think aku belum pernah dengar koplo deh, cuman dangdut. Iya, jadi palingan dangdut karena aku belum pernah dengar koplo. Iya.
Koplo for the win katanya. Well, it's actually you then. Okay. Last question. Yeah, this is really last ya karena waktu udah mau habis, kita mau kasih waktu buat yang 10 minute stuff. So, where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
Where do I see myself in the next 10 years? Well, okay, hopefully I'm still going to be doing what I'm doing now. Hopefully my place in the entertainment industry doesn't fade away, because I feel like this is something that I found that I'm really, really passionate in, and singing, making music, having being able to connect with all my followers is it's a really big thing to me, and it means so much. So hopefully I can keep doing this in the future, because I've always kind of wanted to do this as a kid. I just was too shy to let my dreams come true, I guess. I was too shy to put myself out there. Okay. So now that I'm here, I don't want to I don't want to leave. Hopefully I can stay.
Good luck with
Yeah.
that. You know, keep on pushing. You might
Thank
you
you.
might get even further, man. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so now let's like end this Q&A session right here because you know people have been waiting for that like one-on-one thing. You know.
Who's the lucky person?
Who's the lucky person? We announced a while back that we will do like a random lottery, and the person who wins will get to talk to Prince for 10 minutes, right, Jesslyn?
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, 10
Oh.
minutes. Yeah.
So,
This lucky
who is-
person, who is she?
Who is the? It's Ivana Aurelio.
Aurelia.
Woo!
Congratulations. Oh
You're
my
the winner.
God.
Hi. You remember?
I'm Prince W, right?
Yeah. Yes. That's me. Hi. I can't believe
Hi.
Oh my God.
It's nice to see you again. It's been a while.
Oh yeah, it's been a while. I was. Okay, so
How
I
you
don't.
doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Yeah. It's been a pretty tiring day, but it's been great.
What? You posted like a Q&A thing earlier. Was it you at the studio or?
Yeah. It was in the
Ah.
studio actually.
What are you
I
recording?
was recording a couple covers actually. My second single has not been recorded yet,
Ah,
but it will be soon. Yeah.
I see. Okay. So, what cover? Can you tell us, or is it?
No, that's for you guys to see later. I don't think I can mention it right now.
Okay. I actually do not know what to ask you because this is very sudden, and they just announced like the winner of like 30, not 30. Like I just literally downloaded Skype like just now, so I'm blanking. So, what are your hopes and dreams for this fandom?
What are my hopes and dreams for this fandom? Hopes and dreams for this fandom? Well, of course, for everyone that is a part of the Prince Addicts, I guess, everyone to stay, healthy and safe because we're still in a pandemic, obviously. Hopefully you guys can continue to support me and help see me grow as well. Yeah, those are my main wishes for the Prince Addicts. Because you guys, honestly, like without you guys, I wouldn't be where I am right now. So I owe it all to you.
That means a lot for us, and I hope you know that we love you too, and we will always support you, like no matter what. So
that means so much to me. Thank you.
So no plans on the second single yet?
Well, we had a workshop for my second single actually already. We had a workshop a couple weeks ago, and then we are just finishing up some of the lyric changes, and then we'll be on the studio, I think, next week, and so hopefully it'll be done by this month or next month.
You will be recording next week?
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
So
I can't
it's
say
gonna
for sure.
come soon then, like.
Gonna come very, very soon. Yeah, very soon.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Can you tell us like what the genre would be like, or?
Well, I actually don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble. First, I think I might get in trouble.
Okay,
if I
yeah.
remember it.
I don't think speaking of like the Korean Indonesian collab, you said it like a lot of times, right? With the Jakarta concert and Ultimate thing, like is that still gonna happen, or?
It is still gonna happen, yeah. It's gonna happen. I think, if not like December next year. Well, if not December this year, sometime next year, because we're not exactly sure on the date yet, and we have to wait for the updates. For the person I'm gonna be collabing with in Korea, we're still waiting for their confirmation as well. So yeah.
Is it gonna
Might
be
be this year or next year.
Is it gonna be offline or online?
It's gonna be offline. That's the plan.
I see.
Which is why we're kind of waiting. We're kind of waiting for the situation to get better for everyone to be able to make it, I guess. Yeah.
So like the Korean artist is gonna come to Indo, like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the plan.
Interesting. Yeah. Since I have a page, right? And
Yeah.
Can you just like say, I don't know how you say my username. No, can you say hi Prince Yu and like your hopes for me or the page or whatever.
Okay. All right, sure, of course.
Yeah.
Just tell me when to start.
You can start right now.
Okay. How do I say your username? Prince Yu.
Hi
Right?
Prince Yu, just Prince Yu.
All right.
I think that's it. I don't even know how to say my username either. Yeah.
All right. Hi Prince Yu. Thank you so much for joining this meeting. I'm so glad to see you again. I hope you stay safe and I hope you stay healthy and I hope you continue to support me because it genuinely means the world. Thank you for making a fan page for me. It's crazy and it means a lot and I wish you all the very best. Mwah.
Thank you so much. This really means the world and I honestly I don't know how many minutes I have left. I don't really have any more questions for you. So can we like do like a TikTok? But it's not. I'm just gonna like show the phone to you.
Okay, of course.
I
Sure.
think you've done this before. It's like it's the Here Comes the Boy one. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think like someone did it for you as well. But I practiced like the last 5 minutes. I do not know.
All right.
So yeah, okay, let's go.
All right,
Oh,
sure.
we got my phone flagging. Okay.
So I'm just gonna be staring at the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait. What? Okay. Wait. Wait, I've never made a TikTok before, honestly. So.
Seriously?
Yeah, I am not into TikTok. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go.
Have you recorded?
Yeah, I have.
All right.
Okay, that's nice. I should put it into drafts. Okay, yes, I know.
All
I don't know how to use TikTok. Okay.
I can't believe you've never made a TikTok before.
I don't know. Like I'm not into like those type of hobby. Maybe soon. I don't know. Like hopefully. No.
Yeah, you should. You're very pretty, so you'd probably blow up on TikTok.
Thank you so much. Wow, that's actually like the best compliment someone has ever given.
Oh, of course.
So are you now still in Bali or?
Oh no, actually I went home yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, I went home just yesterday and I was honestly so happy to go home because I got to see my dog. I left him for like 3 days.
Wait.
And I was so sad. Yeah.
Zion,
yeah.
So he's like your official new dog.
He's my official new dog. Yeah, I got him like it was like a super like impulse decision as well. Like me and my friend were looking through like a couple dog posts like on Instagram and we just decided to get a dog. I was like, you know what? I've always wanted a husky, and why not just get it now? Yeah.
Wow. Who's your friend? Like the friend you?
Oh, I was calling my friend Liana about it. That's her name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you just decided to like get a dog out of nowhere?
It was that was yeah, pretty much. It was a super impulse decision, but I'm so glad because he's super smart and he's super like I don't know, he's super patient.
Really? Oh wow, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you have a puppy now.
Me too.
How old is she or he?
He is 2 months old actually.
2 months. Wow. He's young. I hope you're happy with him.
He's 2 months old and he's already like pretty big. So I can imagine how big he's gonna grow because you know how huskies are, like they grow so big. Yeah.
Oh my god. Also, he's a husky.
He's a husky, yeah.
It's nice. I'm glad you got a dog.
Yeah, me too. He's like the best thing ever.
Can we take a picture last because they said my time's almost up. I'm just gonna like.
Yeah, sure, of course.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, they said, so thank you, Narada Cup, for inviting me here. I'm honestly really glad because you guys are really nice, because I went through like the color wheel thing, and like it was Prince Yuyu, like it's my luck. Like I don't know, like it was so sudden because there were like 100 people, and I felt great. Thank you so much, Narada Cup and their team. You guys are the best. Semangat ya acaranya, semoga lancar semua.
Thank you, Ivana.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Ivana, bye bye. Okay, so that was all from Prince. You got any closing statements you want to say to like end this whole session right here?
Yes. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you so much to Narada Cup for inviting me to be a speaker at this event. It went really, really smoothly. You guys are super chill and welcoming as well, so thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for everyone who watched as well. Thank you for your support. I love each and every one of you, and hopefully you guys stay safe and healthy always.
Thank you. Okay,
Thank you.
so that is all for Narada Cup. This is a closing event. We got all this done. How do
4
we close
days.
this thing? It's been 4 days, yeah. So we're all tired. Okay, Justin, you got anything? How is Art Cup this year? How is it? Is it good?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Actually, way above the expectation, I guess. I
feel like
mean,
this year-
yeah,
it's been
it
fun.
went well. It went well. A few problem, but we solved that. And thank you for everyone who watched from day 1 to day 4.
Yeah,
we really
thank
appreciate
you.
that, I guess. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. It's been great. It's been fun. Yeah, well, that's all. So, since we have Narada Cup also next year, if you guys have time, don't forget to, look forward to next year. And don't forget to look forward to Gabriel Prince, his second single that's coming out soon. Keep up, stay tuned, and stream his single right now. Solicitude, get it to 1 million, guys. Come on.
Yeah,
Come
listen
on.
to her, guys. Listen to her.
Listen to me, guys. 1 million. Let's go. Okay, I guess that's all. Let's just say bye-bye.
All right.
Oh yeah, thank you,
this whole
Prince,
thing
for
right here.
coming. Of course.
Thank you, Prince, for coming. Literally,
Mhm.
it was really
Thank you,
fun
thank you.
talking to you. You were really
It was
nice.
fun talking to you guys as well.
Oh, thank you. Nah, shucks. Okay, so that's all. Well,
Okay.
bye-bye, guys. See you guys next year.
All right, see
Yeah,
you
that's all.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Wah, GG.
Wow. Apakah streamnya
Universitas Multimedia Nusantara adalah universitas berbasis teknologi terakreditasi institusi A. UMN memiliki 4 fakultas dan 13 program studi antara lain Informatika, Sistem Informasi, Teknik Komputer, Teknik Elektro, Teknik Fisika, Manajemen, Akuntansi, Perhotelan, Strategic Communication, Multimedia Journalism, Desain Komunikasi Visual, Film, dan Arsitektur. Selain mendidik mahasiswa menjadi profesional, UMN juga mendidik mahasiswanya untuk menjadi entrepreneur melalui program Skystar Ventures. Untuk mengembangkan soft skill mahasiswa, UMN menyediakan berbagai unit kegiatan mahasiswa. UMN juga memiliki berbagai fasilitas yang sesuai standar industri. UMN, Excellent Career Begins with Excellent Education.
tunggu apa lagi?
Universitas Multimedia Nusantara adalah universitas berbasis teknologi terakreditasi institusi A. UMN memiliki 4 fakultas dan 13 program studi antara lain Informatika, Sistem Informasi, Teknik Komputer, Teknik Elektro, Teknik Fisika, Manajemen, Akuntansi, Perhotelan, Strategic Communication, Multimedia Journalism, Desain Komunikasi Visual, Film, dan Arsitektur. Selain mendidik mahasiswa menjadi profesional, UMN juga mendidik mahasiswanya untuk menjadi entrepreneur melalui program Skystar Ventures. Untuk mengembangkan soft skill mahasiswa, UMN menyediakan berbagai unit kegiatan mahasiswa. UMN juga memiliki berbagai fasilitas yang sesuai standar industri. UMN, Excellent Career Begins with Excellent Education.